Z tried to say that I don't deserve a platinum plaque. Nigga, I was selling tapes out the trunk of my car when you was running around drinking Similac. What about his videos? All up in your fake ass videos. Okay. Champagne and coffin full of skrill. Nigga know damn well your punk ass ain't had no meal. I'm paid in full, nigga, and I had your hat wherever you at. I'm straight through, nigga. Seem like somebody should have been in told you. Bring the yellow tape, nigga. Jungle full of asphalt. Don't make no sense to talk that talk if a nigga ain't gon' walk that walk. Zip up your lip before your lips zip you up. Bitch! Bitch! I give a fuck, bitch! It's major pain. Nigga don't know a damn thing about me. You motherfuckers don't know nothing about no E40 how. Monkey mouth, bitch!
Record hating bitches, squalls gaming snitches.
Learn about it.
We should cease shit from existing.
That's right.
Niggas like that shouldn't be living.
Shouldn't be living.
You record hating bitches.
Record hating bitches.
There's no way you could get with it. We should cease shit from existing.
B-Town bitch.
Living.
When I first started off, niggas had me fucked. Motherfuckers was blind and 89 at them, Mr. Flamboyant shit was way ahead of its time. Had everybody make great grandmas off that. Colors right say rhyme. Wasn't a major label in business that I didn't want us to sign. It was me and my partner from Suave House Records, Tony Draper. E40 in the click, 8 ball and MG, getting that independent paper. All about my rap, a shrine. Beat a motherfucker down every time. 40, get your marbles, man. Get your change. Take a limousine everywhere you go and fly private planes. That's what I was told by my big homie though. You can always be a nigga, but a nigga ain't rich till he can't count his money no more. Overnight sensation. Never me.
The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, morrismedialive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Trying to figure it out. And I can't. Can you turn the button for me? I can't hear myself. So, okay, that's better. Now? Maybe it's because I got the thing on. I don't know. Still hear a little buzz.
Got the hot summer hat on.
We on. Oh,
we're
on.
We're back.
Hey, I'm Louis Dix.
TDP.
Dannon Green.
Jeff is
on his way.
He's en route.
That's what he says.
He's en route.
So I'm trying to do this live thing differently so you can see everybody.
Yeah, Louis, they've been getting on you, huh?
Yeah, like we tired of just looking at you.
Now you can't wait.
Did you turn your ringer off though? Nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
So vibrator's gonna fall.
So yeah, it's gonna vibrate. It's gonna you gotta.
Hopefully.
Such a vibrant thing.
It is another. We made it.
We made it.
We made
it. We made it. We here. No car got. I drove out last week. Watch my phone. She don't care.
Hilarious.
We drove out last week and the car was turned over.
Yeah.
I hope everyone was okay.
Now, how did court go for you? That was where we last left off. Court.
Oh yeah, how'd you do in court? Yeah.
Mr. Camera Ticket Man.
But, all right, so
give us the
of course
scoop.
Jeff was wrong.
Oh,
he didn't have to pay right there. The court, the bailiff was an old guy who was giving you information before we went into court, trying to tell you, hey, this is what you should do, this is what you do. So it was 3 of us inside, then it was 5 people who had their lawyers call.
Wait a minute. So when you went through the metal detector, you took off your belt.
Yeah, take off your belt and all that stuff. And those people are just, they act like they TSA agents.
Right.
More qualified.
Shoot, that's their job is rougher than the TSA, boy. They get the real killers.
So, and I like Danny said, I had my tie on, and then bailiff was like, hey, you dressed up good. That's good. Judge will like that. So we get okay.
It was Jeff.
Come on. This is like
Come on.
professional show. Where you going? You supposed to come to?
Yeah, he goes right to the office.
All right.
We got to check the pick. We got to check the pickup.
Yeah, really. You know that ain't happening, right? So
He's got to make his round.
Yeah.
So again, I went out. I don't know what the deal is. So all right, maybe you can hear
You
me.
did? I did. Yeah. Oh, you pulled it out.
Same thing
Oh,
she said.
Okay. So I go to court, and so the one guy was there. He had a moving violation. He was there to fight it.
Okay.
He said he was saying it was the principal. So
Yeah.
I guess when you got enough money, you can fight for the principal.
Yeah.
And then me and the other guy had so the guy said, yeah, just go ahead and the guy's bell said, look, just tell him plead guilty, and then they'll knock it in half because it was $500 each. So I made a mistake. My actual time was 3:00.
Oh, your court time.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
got there early. He's like, oh, you got it. So then the guy said, well, just come in and tell him you're observing. So there's a clerk who works with the judge. So I go in and he calls out the other 2 names. Like, what's your name? And I say my name. He said, and the guy said, oh, he's just observing. And I said, yeah, because mine's not till 3. He said, all right, well, let's see if we can bump it up. We're good. Then he's like, well, he's got 2. He's like, I have to adjust that. Well, just ask the judge if you can knock them both out. Because I would have to go back Thursday. So they pleaded guilty, knocked it off. I got traffic school for the first one. The second one, they just take a point off your license or whatever.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but it knocked down. It was 1,000 and something. Now it's 500.
Okay, now when you
You
were
get 8 months to pay it.
when you were observing, did you see any case that you was trying to like see where you can finagle, or
No, you
it
go
was pretty
away
much
with,
just standard?
when you inside there in the court. The judge was late.
And they don't let you talk, do they?
No, you can talk to the judge once you can't talk when you're in the.
Oh yeah, you definitely can't talk.
And then I thought you had to stand up, and he was like, "No, that's only when it's a real court case." But I accidentally stood up anyway. And the judge like, sit down. So
Lou was already getting ready to get cuffed.
Okay, you gonna shoot somebody?
so it was just cool. As a matter of fact, he's like,
Take
like
me.
red light, too many red lights, I'm cutting it in half. Too many red lights, I'm cutting it in half. So that was cool.
That's the hustle.
Did you ask maybe like how? Which you probably didn't, but like how'd y'all get me twice in the same spot?
Well, they said the bailiff guy told me that you don't have to run it even if you're past the line.
That's what it
They
said.
click you.
Yep.
If you've passed the line. But what's interesting is ever since that, I stop
Yeah.
behind the line.
Oh,
I'm
for
such
sure.
a better driver now.
Not really. I was just in the car with you the other night.
That was in the hood.
Jeff, you must have hit something.
I'm talking about Culver City and
And that's not
Beverly.
the version you told me.
I'm
you
being
went in there,
honest.
you
I actually
went in there-
enjoyed hanging out with you the other day.
I wish it was
Where's your?
reciprocated.
No, I think that
we
was.
came to see. We went to see Buddy Lewis's comedy show. Chris Spencer was over, and Dannon performed. Now I have to say,
And he was absolutely horrible.
no, I disagree.
No, he was
Absolutely.
funny.
All right, all right. This is when we thought he wasn't going to be funny. When we saw his suit hanging
yeah.
up.
But it, you know,
Now,
what?
but it looked good on
with
stage.
the background.
Yes, it
that was
really.
a great color choice.
But yeah, because
Great.
when you look at it hanging up, you're like, no, you're not wearing that.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
But when he walked out, we like, oh, that was
blended,
tight.
yeah.
Yeah, we both
Blended
had to say,
perfect, yeah.
oh, he looked good.
Look, he's
He
blushing.
didn't have the tie.
I'm light skinned. I'm light skinned.
He was. Who went on? Ruben Paul went on before him.
Ruben went on first.
And as a comic, you
Wait a minute, we having
strategically
a,
watch comics, and you're critiquing it and watching it.
Just my mic.
But Dan
people
has
to see
snatched
her
him
hair.
right away. Dan has snatched him right. I don't know if it was. Maybe he can correct
Yeah.
us, but it felt like your mindset was, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna get him. And my energy, it was like,
My mindset, honestly, is that now, because I feel like, I'm saying I've been strong. I feel like the last couple years, and I feel like it's not even a just do thing. It's just like I'm on shows. There you go. Y'all asked me a question. I just feel like a lot of the comics, the opportunities are there, and I want to prove myself. So I really
Went for it.
Right.
well,
I go for it.
yeah.
What did
It was.
say?
You were by far I mean, Buddy was his birthday, so we had to tell him he was good.
No, he was good.
He was really good. He was really funny.
Your energy was. You took it. You had the whole house live.
As a comic,
Yeah.
I appreciated watching you.
Thank you.
I thought the standing ovation that the few people that stood up for Kim really should have stood up for Dannon.
Yeah. It was a late
To
reaction.
me, I'm like, okay, y'all, she just got that celebrity thing, but Dannon deserved y'all standing up because he didn't let y'all breathe. He was like, he was smacking them. I mean, he was
Good.
It was interesting, but it was really
Well,
I
he set the
appreciated
tone
it.
for the ovation. So,
Yeah, he was so funny. I was like really happy. I was happy for him, and I was happy that I could say, well, that's what I told Jeff and Wilhelm. Damn, we gonna have to tell him he was good.
Yeah.
I know that. I know it was painful.
It was like, but no, artistically it was great. And then the after party was great. Seeing all the comedians.
Yeah.
They had a little party at the townhouse, and it was funny because the funnier stories were in the back room where everyone had performed back in the day at the townhouse.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone kept going in the back
yeah.
saying, this is where such and such got shot. This is where I ran out.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was what a great pleasure to see Daryl Heath there.
Yeah. J. Anthony Brown's in the house.
Yeah, J. Anthony Brown.
Took a picture.
And what's his name? Daryl Bell from A Different World.
Darryl Bell was there.
John Moody.
Yeah, Moody was there.
Yeah, I've never really, what's his name? Aaron Andre Covington.
Yeah, we played golf yesterday too.
Really, so you got to be a golf guy to click with golf guys.
Yeah, Covington's a good dude though, man. I think people sleep on him, and he's got Fresno hemmed up.
Yeah, he does. He's on the
Like
radio, right?
Yeah, he's got radio. I mean, he's got.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
We don't. They don't give us love like that. Yeah, his outfit
I'm nice
was a little
to him,
sus. His outfit was definitely Fresno.
Yeah. Well, you know one thing about Dre. Dre loves to. Our joke on his tour was every show we did, he had like a cut off shirt. Like we know it's hot, but come on, because Dre's in shape.
Right.
So, but he's a good dude. He's got Fresno hemmed up.
Says who? Can we get references?
Yeah, you can call there.
Okay.
Yeah. Now who else was there? Alex Thomas was Alex
AT
Thomas.
was Alex.
was there.
AT.
Scrancho was
Scrancho
Scrancho.
He always
there.
got to take off his jacket to show his muscles.
Now normally he goes around with the girl that he says is his wife. I didn't see her.
He's married, but he's in Vegas now.
Okay.
Scrancho lives in Vegas.
Oh, he lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then old boy was there. My boy Screw Rice was there.
Yeah, Screw. His outfit was tight.
Yeah. White and red one.
You could lose that button. His outfit was tight.
Oh.
Stacey McClain was there, and Stacey was upset.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see her. Was she at the show too?
No, I don't think she was at. She came to the party, but and she was like, I said hi, and then she gave me a little attitude. I was like, "What's up?" Somebody told me that you guys talked about my white boyfriend, and I was like, "Stacey, we didn't say anything
Somebody told
on
her.
air that we didn't say to you."
Somebody
I didn't
listened to
hear
the
it.
show?
I'm like, well, if you didn't hear it, my point is like, if you didn't hear it, then why are you commenting on it? We're comedians. It's a comedy show. And it was interesting thing was I wanted to say, excuse me,
Was
where
he
is the
there?
white boy? No, I'm wondering if she's listening or whoever snitched, call her now
Probably
because we want to
Seymour.
know. Because we want to know if
William Wilson
if she's
or
with
Jay.
them. So and who else? But it was great. Oh, Joe Torre was there, and he just
For what?
And it's another thing. Buddy, it was Buddy's night. Dannon killed. Kim Willie did her thing. Ruben Paul did his thing. Chris did his thing, and then Buddy
Gina
did his thing.
Yashir
Yeah, she was really funny.
Yeah.
The young lady that has the CBS show.
from London.
And then Joe Torre has to go on. And it's nothing left.
Buddy's his boy. That's how that goes.
But the thing it's like comics.
We're just prostitutes. We
You
can't
just
help
can't
it.
let that one comic have their moment.
You gotta let.
And we're all
can't.
guilty. We've all been guilty of it. To where that mic is like crack.
Not all of us.
Well, some of us have matured enough to know that
Right.
I'm just going to chill.
You killed my vibe at the rehearsal, so I mean, you just
What?
came in. I was getting ready to rap.
Oh,
and
at
he
Chris
just-
Spencer's special.
he just comes
All
in,
right,
Mr.
Jeff
Warm
was
Up.
out of control.
No,
Now, in a good way. Now, let me stop and say, Jeff did an excellent job. He's in his zone.
I think he did. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
at the
he
first
knows.
show and
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows it. Now, he's a little aggressive, and he does a little payback to people. Okay, to comics that have dissed him.
No.
Jeff
Not at
will.
all.
Jeff,
Oh, no.
Jeff
Act like he ain't know him, did
Jeff
he?
disrespected a lot of people.
No,
he was telling people, "No, you
I'm
can't
moving
go.
The mic. No,
you can't go."
Hold up. Let me clarify that. When I got there, the first thing Buddy pulled me aside. So I know how close Buddy and Chris are.
Right.
And I respect their relationship. First thing he put his arm around me. He said, "Hey man, thank you for doing this." I said, "All right, cool. What do you need from me?" He like, "I don't want no fucking comics coming here other than Lewis and Guy T.
Yeah.
I don't want no comics coming back here giving him notes, getting in
Right,
his space,
right,
and all of that shit. Let him breathe. I said, all right, I respect that. And comics have to understand that it's not your moment tonight.
Right.
It's not your moment tonight.
Right.
When he allows it, I'll open up and let it go.
Right.
But I mean, you know,
But he was still over aggressive.
He's still on this square.
But you have to be with comics sometime, man, because Lou, you know, comedians, because the first thing they go is until you. This is why I respect Ennis Mitchell now. You got to respect him more when you look at the big picture, because in the beginning it's that okay, you're the big dog, and the first comic is going, yo, what's up? Can I get back there? Can I holler at him? Then it's been before they can take it in, they'll go, oh, Jeff is just trying. Oh, Jeff, he think he the shit. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Not understanding, like, yo, he done had a conversation with the man.
He got the memo.
Right, he know what to do. And so, because I even said to Buddy, I said, Buddy, can I go holler at Chris? He said, nah, he back there. And that was, because I was just going to say, yo, good luck. And you saw, I didn't do a lot of roaming around. I sat right down there, because when you were telling people to, which you did a great job too, by the way, you were telling people to move up front and stuff like that. I just sat where I had a seat. You know, some people was moving, but some comics were, but comics, like you said, we just don't.
Yeah, most of the comics, I believe
most
they
would do good.
They were waiting for someone. They were waiting for somebody to come say, "Hey, Chris can't do a special. Can you go do it for him?"
Yeah.
Right. Oh no, they were waiting for us. Like, they told me to do 10.
Yeah, Takara was really funny.
Yeah,
and but Memphis Will is just all in the way.
Yeah,
and I'm glad Flame is okay because
that was funny what you said.
I'm trying to think of his pronoun. He says his car burned up.
Yeah.
He had caught
it was
on fire.
electrical, so
it was.
Where at there?
Yeah,
I saw when he pulled up.
Yeah,
oh shoot! Right after I left, and it must have burnt.
They said in the car, it was a car on fire. What kind of car was it?
Tesla.
Tesla.
Wow.
On fire. So
they got a recall on them.
Yeah. Do they?
So,
yeah.
Well, they got one on that one.
So Chris destroyed that.
Chris had a very good show.
I mean, he was, it was beautiful seeing his family and everybody supporting him.
Yeah.
He had a lot of support. Like they say, he's the mayor of Hollywood.
I think people need to know specials are harder than what people think it is.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, even as a comedian, because I remember when I did one in 2009, I sweated so much. The girl kept coming on stage, cutting it, and I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, you cutting the joke. But you have to do that because, like Chris had one incident where his, you talking to him, his voice, you know what I mean? Because you're probably so excited.
Yeah.
He was dehydrated. So he was like, yo, I need some water.
Well, he was losing his voice in between shows.
No, this is the first show, Jeff.
I know.
No, in the first, I don't know what he did between each show. Remember the first show, he needed some water because you said somebody bring him water. They needed a towel. Then it's like your rhythm is you get back into it, and then all of a sudden it was like, yo, stop, watch, pant leg. Like it was this littlest thing, you know what I mean? So I think comedians need to look at that.
And that's what comics as a whole don't look at. It's like when it's your time and it's your time to shine, you have so much going on, and it's the mental warfare and the preparation that you like, all right, I got to remember this.
Yeah.
I got to remember this. I don't want to forget this. This is what I just worked on 2 nights ago, so I want to get that. And when you constantly have motherfuckers, hey, man, good luck. Yo, that joke that you did, do that. And it's just like, because he really shot at Memphis Will. That shit was funny, though.
Memphis
that shit was funny.
Memphis just can't stay out of his
walking,
own way.
And then, we was walking, and I was like, and he's like, yo. I was like, all right, we got to go meet and greet. We got to get you in position so we can shoot this open.
Right.
I don't need you to stop and all of that. Just grab my arm and let's go. He said, all right, let's go. You're like, I don't want to stop. Walking, we stop. Motherfuckers is just, and then I have to pull them and like, let's go. And then Memphis is like, yo, Chris, I just want to let you know on that joke. And man, he snapped on them.
Now, for those of you confused at home, Jeff's title was the stage manager. The stage manager is to get the talent to the stage and make sure he doesn't have any hiccups on the way and clear it for him and make sure that he's focused on what he's doing.
And everybody doing what they're supposed to do.
So it was a great job on that. So congratulations, Chris.
Why do
and Herb got on my nerve.
Well, that's what Herb does.
But why do comics do that? I don't understand that part. We don't understand.
I love Herb.
No decorum of knowing that that's the last thing you do. See, that's what I'm saying. When you have a special, you got to make sure. I know when I do mine, I got to make sure I got the right people around because you don't need anybody up there trying to. Oh man, you look at shoes, trying to bet. You need to be in a.
That's why
you need all that energy. And I would never go up to another comic. I would never say to Chris. I said, Chris, great show. I would never go, yo. So when you do this bit here, you don't do that in the middle of somebody. You just don't.
You can if the person respects you.
I think if they call, I think if
notes.
I think if you're back there, yeah.
Keys to
there you
take
go.
notes, and then when he asks you, you have your notes prepared.
If he asks you,
Yeah, if he asks you, you have notes prepared, and you say this is because that means you're paying attention to it. But don't sit in the front, sit in the back. A lot of people are sitting in the front, like you say, waiting for him to twist his ankle so they can run up and do. And it's just don't get. He can't be in his eyesight. Your family and close friends shouldn't be in your eyesight.
Yeah,
should be regular
and
people.
other comics.
Yeah, other comics.
But the
and that's
one who had the
I don't think comics should be. That's why I just sit in front.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't. Sit up
Yeah.
Was your boy Feathers?
Johnny Mac.
Yeah.
Was he there?
Yes.
I ain't see Johnny Mac there.
Yeah, he
Johnny
was
Mac
there.
there?
Yeah.
He must have gave a second show.
No, he was there the first. And I was like, hey man.
Did he have his hair?
He had his hat on.
Oh, okay.
So he was just like, hey man, I know Chris is busy, so I ain't gonna. I'm like, yo, give me a second. If you want to holler at you, I'll let you know. And he's just like, nah, I'm chill. I'm out the way.
Right.
And I respect that.
Right.
I respect that.
That's probably But Johnny Mac is
But it was good to see the people that came out.
Anyway.
Terrence Howard came out.
Yeah, that was
I was
nice.
surprised too, man, because when I went to shake his hand, he was like, acting like he knew me. I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck is
He's
that?
an actor.
Oh yeah, but he's
That's what he does. He can
my
act.
bad.
Hit number one.
He can act like
Hit number one.
I had to-
That's funny.
that was hard because I had to steer them upstairs. That was cool. Though.
Yeah, but that was
wants
fun
to come
night. Fun night.
backstage.
Congratulations. It is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. And Lou, you did a good job. And Jeff, great job. And
But to the point that was been made is when it's the comedy, it's like you growing an orange for 9 months and then one night you squeeze all the juice out
Yeah.
of it. So you just want to make sure you get every, the funny juice that's in the orange.
How was your weekend?
It was wonderful, man. I went to a goddamn oldest niece, her daughter turned 1 Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So, it's 1,000 little kids. They got the jumper and the little gated little ball thing for the unicorns, babies.
Did Tommy the Clown perform?
No.
That's when you know you're at a ghetto little birthday.
Right.
Is that your phone?
Yes, I'm trying to do it that way so people can see everybody.
So here how, you see the homies and, grandbabies and this one got a, kid. You be like, damn, it's a whole new generation out here, right? So the ice cream man come. Oh, we want ice cream. Take it to the ice cream. Everybody. Let me tell you how crafty the little ones are, like 6 and under. So they get their ice cream. So I'm like, what you want? I got them. I see the little ones hiding the ice cream in the little bush and come back trying to get another one.
got a game plan.
And I let it go through, and I'm like, that's slick. These little kids are slick, man. But it was a great party.
You had a good time?
Oh, yeah.
How was the food?
Food was off the chain. My boy cooked. They had the grill, rice, beans, what's that, lasagna, that. Then, tacos, on the grill. And everything, cake, drink,
See, that's the thing about
Girls are alcoholics.
But that's the thing about a hood party. You can say what you want, but you're gonna get some good spaghetti, and get some good lasagna. Because they're not, you can go to a fancy restaurant,
Right.
but when you have some
Homemade.
yeah, because Code 3 sister can make some serious spaghetti.
Yeah.
But do you eat it though?
Yeah, I don't care. She can not like me, but I know she can cook. And she made some good lemonade, good spaghetti,
Instead
and
of Parmesan
potato
cheese,
salad.
it's fentanyl.
Yeah, you won't be getting that no more.
Oh, okay, all right. How was your weekend? Well, we know you had a good weekend.
Well, it was my birthday week.
That's
so,
right. Happy
I had a
birthday.
great week. Thank you so much again. Great weekend. Had
57 because you announced
57.
that like I counted it was like 74 times.
Well, it was part of the what he was going. That was the setup for a lot of
He's
bits.
one of the people know he's 57.
No, it was. I felt that
nervous.
technically.
I was not nervous. That's one thing I wasn't.
No, that technically.
excuse me, honey.
Sorry about that.
Now,
I gotta check you that
I
one.
saw something. I've been seeing stuff, and I'm wondering if you did this, where people on their birthday they tell people to cash app them. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Did anyone do it?
3 people did.
How much?
You know why? Because I went live and I said there's only 2 times a year a man can really beg. That's his birthday and Christmas.
Okay.
I see it every day.
So you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that was my thing. But people, when I go live, they sent me some money in, and then I got some people. Some of the brothers took care of me when I was there. So
Cool.
Yeah, but no, it was. I said my age because I usually
remember it?
No, I'm actually really thinking more about changing. Starting to change more of my act and talk about me.
Yeah.
And I think when you get to a certain point, I feel more comfortable discussing things, talking about things you go through at it.
What?
Why do you have two?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
He
You give
doesn't
me
have
one. I don't have one.
There you go.
This dude.
Jeff, man.
This dude. All right.
So, I wanted to be able to
You're
talk.
sitting there staring
Yeah,
at the
I'll let
same
you-
thing. It didn't.
I'm comparing notes.
You're supposed to be a stage manager.
Hilarious.
All
I
right.
won't be doing your special. Oh, that's
No,
right. We
trust me.
won't.
Yeah.
So I think when you get to when I get to a certain point, I'm starting to talk more about me, my background more. So and getting older. That's why a lot of that material in the beginning was new.
No, some of it was from other people.
No, you ain't know.
A couple bits were like, we heard that in 1998, 2004. No, I'm just kidding.
So anyway, I had
Jeff was like, Ricky Harris does the dog bit.
Nah, anybody do like that. Okay.
No, I mean, yours is, it's just like not everyone over 50 now is doing prostate.
You didn't hear me say nothing about
No,
my
but I'm
problem.
just saying.
And I'm the one who went through it.
I've heard so many comics lately, when they hit 50, it's the prostate.
Well, I mean, that makes
It's the
sense.
prostate.
It's what
and it's what you're going through. It's your own personal experience.
Yeah.
And the key the key is everybody's gonna have a different spin.
Jeff over hating over age now. I've noticed this a little bit today, Jeff. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so it was.
Fuck your prostate.
Yeah, fuck your prostate. Oh, you're talking about the 57. I can't believe it. I counted it 37 times.
Jeff, how was your weekend?
Yeah, Jeff.
Let's clarify something.
Okay, go ahead.
I was 57.
Yeah, we saw a video of you
59. You got to get there.
running up the hill.
I did. Yeah.
Pretty
Congrats.
funny. All right,
Why
how
was
was
it
your
funny?
weekend? Because
I
you
ain't-
was struggling. Your
No, I
hips,
wasn't.
you got female hips when you run uphill.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And-
But I could run uphill. Can you though?
Yeah, I can run uphill.
No, you can't. Not with
Yes,
that
I can.
30-pound weight.
Yeah. All right, that was a sled. That's what TDP said. We'll see it. So how was your weekend?
I didn't kill nobody and I didn't get killed. So
That
I'm
part.
good. I'm
That part.
alive. Yeah.
All right.
So,
I actually went out, and I normally don't go out. I went out.
Like out?
Well, I went to your event, and I went to the after party, which normally I wouldn't have gotten up and got dressed and went, and it's because, I went home.
Yeah.
Because
well, he was lonely. Anytime he come out of my house and spend 4 hours on the porch.
Did you take code 3?
no, code 3 doesn't.
You know that's a sore spot. Why would you do that?
No.
rubbing that shit in? Yeah.
Yes, code 3
What's
is.
going on with code 3?
No, I mean, code 3 needs her space, and giving her space, and even my son Lewis is like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Man, you better get away.
Yeah, you hear too much.
Yeah.
You better get away." And I'm just like, and it's I don't know. I don't. I'm just it is what it is.
So you hit a club? It's like
No, I went to the.
Oh, so you okay?
Yeah, like and tonight I'm
Strip
going to do a
club.
show. No, strip club.
More ones.
So no, I
The ones
actually
on table 5.
went
please.
out and and hung
Is
out
Charlie's
with Jeff.
reopen?
Yeah, you got your own parking space over there.
He
That
got a
is
room
hilarious.
built. He got a room named after.
That's hilarious.
It's the Lewis Dix room.
I don't know if that's hilarious. So
Lewis is here.
So everything is fine. I hope everyone
They all on my Johns.
So listen, we're gonna so we're gonna take a quick commercial break
For what?
because that's what it says.
Did you get my sweat?
You sweat what?
My sweat.
No, I didn't get it. I got to talk to this is old. We got to order the new stuff.
I like
So
the
I'm gonna
old
see
one.
I'm gonna see if he has an extra large in there, 2X. Look,
Y'all gonna put a
Everybody-
championship on the new ones?
I guess we could get our ring soon, but everyone can't wear. It's not allowed to wear our stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Just can't have people just running around. You talking about I didn't kill nobody. You got on Harvard Westlake gear. It's just,
Well,
no.
that's nice. Great advertisement.
Yeah.
Wow.
What school do you go to? I ain't killed nobody today, and I'm
Right.
still alive.
It's
Privilege
Hey.
to wear that. Okay.
Huh?
It's privilege to wear that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's a privilege. It's a open
I'll
division
st-
state championship. It is the #1 school. Yes,
Okay,
it's a
that's
privilege.
fine.
Just like I'm sure it's a privilege to wear.
I'll stay with Fairfax. I
That's
get
not a
plenty-
privilege anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Anybody can get that gear.
Oh, okay.
But you can
Student
order stuff
store.
online. You can order anything. So that's our commercial break. I guess.
Talk through the break.
Thinking about hosting a podcast and don't know where to start? Morris Media Studios has you covered. Let us help you set up, record, and distribute your podcast. For more info, visit morrismediastudios.com or give us a call at 323-815-4204. Start your podcast today.
Now that commercial was interesting. Who did the voiceover? None of us.
My friend Arnold up in the Bay Area.
Oh, sounds pretty professional.
Yeah, he's a radio guy.
Because it's a guy in there, I guess, practicing with Poet's brother. I guess he wants to do a podcast, and he's in there interviewing him. We walk by like, oh, is he horrible? He's horrible, but hey.
Oh, that was going on in the room?
Okay, so
Yeah.
he came in. He came to actually tour the studio. He's been here an hour longer than he should be.
Wow.
Really.
That's your brother. He
No, he making the sell. I ain't mad at him. But
Okay.
dude was like, I go, so what kind of podcast are you going to do? And he was like, I'm just going to get up here and just talk.
That's what we do.
Like, I know, but you guys have experience.
Of
and
just
a
talking.
following. Yeah.
So I got eggs the other day.
Yeah.
Two of mine was broken.
Fried my eggs.
I saw the manager and I told him, look, man.
I had eggs this morning.
Okay, so we got to talk about Jamie. Jamie's been on the news.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because that was interesting. Before we get to Jamie, that was the interesting thing. We took a great picture on stage of all the comedians. Jeff's sick behind.
No, it was me and Chris.
Okay, so this is what happened. So go ahead. We're taking a picture. Before he takes a picture, Jeff said.
Well, which one though? At the theater or at the
at the
townhouse?
theater.
Okay.
No, at the townhouse.
Oh, at the townhouse. Okay,
Okay.
because they took a great one. Arnold took a great one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you get it?
No, I didn't get it.
I
Yet.
sent it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So at the townhouse, they had everybody together. And Joe Torre was kind of in my way, and he stood up on a chair. I'm like, why don't you go back to your level, you know?
And Katina was like, well, they really can't see you, Jeff. You should go in the front. And I just thought, I was like, well, you know, the last time we took a group picture,
Yeah, that was the last time I took a group picture. David Arnold, that was his last picture. So a lot of people were like, I don't know if I want to get in that picture.
Gosh, that's stupid, man.
I'm not sure if I want to get in that picture. So
One of
everybody
these
was
comics
Yeah,
doesn't
and
belong.
and then we're looking
Somebody's
through,
not going to make it.
We're looking through the picture
his
saying,
his mind, he came up right after he clicked. He's like, all right, let's just, who won't be here next week?
we were like, all right, we're going through the picture saying, him, you know, him, no, he might, you know. So, okay, now our brother in comedy, Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
A lot of you know he's in the hospital. And
Get well, please.
get well, a lot of love.
Absolutely.
He's doing better, what we heard. I mean, to the point where, you remember Kiwi? She's in Atlanta now, and she's in the hospital field. Mm-hmm. So she called me and said, hey, let Jamie know if he needs anything, you know, I can make sure. Because she said she didn't trust a lot of the hospitals down there.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I don't have no power to call. You know, I'm sure he's got the best care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have it. Yeah.
But, you know, so just, like I said, you just never know.
Man.
You never know, because he's a healthy man, right?
Yeah.
Young man.
Fit, yeah,
fit.
in shape.
Got the best chefs and can eat, you know, what he was. So
yeah.
it's just, you never know. I mean, and again, that's the common denominator of rich, poor, middle class, upper class is health.
Yeah.
I mean, and when God says, I want to talk to you, slow down, he's going to do that. So all of you out there, and make sure you stay in contact with the ones you love, you know, and you have that on your phone that, you know, emergency contact, you know.
And it's that point, too, like you said, when your body, as you get older, your body tells you need to rest.
Yeah.
You got to rest.
Yeah.
All of that, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do this. It's like, no, you got to rest.
Yeah, and you got to drink water.
And it's good to take a nap now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to take a nap.
Especially in your place, it's all flowery and
Wow,
decorated. And all, you know. And I get at Jeff. His place is, he makes you go
It's
home
homely.
and clean up
Right.
your place.
Okay.
When you go in Jeff's place, you're like, oh, man, my place is filthy. Because this stuff is like immaculate.
Jeff does keep a clean crib.
Yeah.
I got to say that.
Yeah, it's just like, and then he has,
My
take your shoes off.
upbringing. Yeah, my upbringing. Yeah, you got to take your shoes off.
I think
And
one time.
and it's a wood floor.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you bringing in dirt and all of that. It may be gum or a little horse shit or dog shit that you leave.
Horse shit.
Yeah.
Bad spirits.
Yeah, what-
Oh no, we have horses on my block.
Yeah. Oh, so you can tell the difference between horse and dog?
Yeah, the LAPD. Motherfucker got mad at me because I told him because the horse shit by the driveway. And I was like, yo, man, y'all gonna clean this shit up? And he just looked at me. I was like, yeah, are y'all gonna clean this shit up? And he like, well, since you put it that way. I'm like, well, thank you, motherfucker. Shit.
And he got off the horse and cleaned off the horse?
Well, after they did their rounds. Because they parked the trailer
Right.
on Fairfax close to Waring, the street.
Right.
And, you know, it's a blind spot when you going west and you trying to cross over traffic.
Right.
It's
right.
a blind spot. So I had to go tell him, I said, hey man, the way y'all parking, you know this is a blind spot for drivers coming this way.
Right.
He's like, well, what do you want us to do? Well, y'all could just back the trail up some, man.
Yeah.
So people ain't got to go way out because cars
Can't see nothing.
Yeah, cars zoom down Fairfax. It's gonna be a major accident.
Yeah.
We're gonna look into it. Okay, wow.
Jeff is a stage
Everything's
director.
an investigation.
Jeff's a stage director and a police director.
Now here's another thing that happened that was interesting at the townhouse. So between Dannon and I, so we're ordering food.
Oh yes,
Fish, right? So
Crazy.
I'm not good at ordering fish. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So they had catfish and red snapper. So Dannon ordered his thing, and I said to Dannon, I said, "Hey, which one is the fluffy one?"
I'm looking at him like, what the fluffy one? What the fuck is that? We over here starting TDP. The kitchen about to
Going
close.
on fluffy fish.
And Louis will tell you, the kitchen's about to close like in 3-4
Right,
minutes. She
right.
trying to get the order. He's like, damn, yo, what the fluffy one, man? Nigga, just get a fish,
both of
nigga.
them.
It's a fish.
Dan was like, I don't know. He looked at me like I had asked him. You know.
Did you get it? Did you order?
Yeah, I had the catfish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the cat, or it's the red snapper.
No, I had the red snapper.
The red snapper, and
Yeah.
he's right. The red snapper was the fluffy
Yeah.
one.
And you
Yeah.
hear, so
That's
obviously
a meaty
you didn't-
fish,
you
not
didn't choke
fluffy.
on anything.
It's what?
No.
It's a meaty fish.
Oh, okay. The red snapper is the meaty
Hey,
fish.
choke.
And what's the
It's
catfish?
a scavenger.
Is it skinnier?
It's a scavenger.
Okay.
I had the snap, the red
snapper.
Yeah,
And it was good.
Did y'all
they got good food over there though.
French fries are good. Huh?
I'm
Always
surprised.
have.
Yeah, it's crazy about
Was
the
it
town.
filleted, boneless?
Yeah, it was oh yeah, definitely boneless.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just told him, I said, obviously he didn't choke on it. So.
I took my time and ate.
Oh, all right. Now that's interesting because
What? I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. You know what? I can't do this.
25% of the couples in this country.
But anyway. Little bitty legs up. Leg. Monkey. Leg. All out.
Louis, continue.
oh, go ahead. What happened?
No, you were gonna say something. I rudely
Now, did you
interrupted
eat-
you like always.
When you got home, did you eat late? Do you eat late at night like that?
I ate that night. I was hungry.
Yeah, I shared mine. But here's the thing I wanted to tell you. I saw you eating at Chris's special, and you had like a sausage, and you took a really big bite, and then the whole thing was in your mouth chewing it, and I thought of Dannon. I'm like, you're going to choke. You don't chew your food.
Especially the sausage.
Because Code 3 chews her food really well. You did not. Yes, but yeah, sausage.
Let me get the deep throat platter.
I thought of that too.
Yeah,
I saw
like,
that. But yeah, you
No,
did.
I know how to chew.
No, you
Okay.
don't. You
You
don't.
gonna say, did I choke?
Easy
No, but
sausage,
you-
man.
Did I choke?
You didn't. You're not supposed
Did I
to eat a
choke?
sausage in 2 bites.
Did I choke?
I
And
guess
definitely
you're
in front of
practicing.
guys.
Did you wrap it in
Did I
bread?
choke?
Did he wrap it in
Yes.
bread?
It was in bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Did, No, I mean it was. Your mouth was like your mouth shouldn't be like
Why?
when you're eating because you can't chew.
How you gonna tell me? Did I choke?
You
Thank
should have.
you. Thank you.
All right, I'm
Always put
sorry.
the
Go ahead.
gas light.
Oh, wow.
Always put the
Alrighty.
gas light. You can't do this. You come on.
Go ahead.
Now can I say it?
It's funny because I'm watching
I'm
you guys
60.
on Instagram, and all you can see is Jeff's chin.
Oh, so move over some. Okay.
Not on on his own. All you see
yeah,
is
yeah.
Jeff's chin.
Sorry. You need to
And-
sit.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, an update on the Shawnquella Robinson case. We remember several months ago she was murdered in Mexico by one of her alleged friends. Well, officials with the U.S. Attorney's Office in 2 districts in North Carolina shared that the prosecutors will not pursue charges pertaining to the death of Shawnquella, who is from Charlotte, and again, she died while vacationing with friends. The statement explained that the investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death was very thorough, but at the end of the day, they still came up with
Enough evidence, yeah.
enough evidence to. Is the video not? I don't understand.
But that's all right though. Karma's a bitch.
Well, I'm sure that I think the
Karma's a bitch.
Mexican.
Let you tell it.
Let me say it right, because I was with one of my Mexican cousins this weekend and was saying Mexican. And my brother was like, she's saying messy skin.
Oh, wow.
Like, that is not
I like
what
that
I'm
one
saying.
better.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. But I think Mexican officials are still pursuing the person to be the accused assailant being extradited back to Mexico to face charges.
I hope
But
it works.
it's not going to happen.
You don't think? You think this person's going to get away with
Yeah,
this?
because the United States is interesting. When something happens, when a foreigner comes to America, no matter what country they come from, we will do everything we can to prosecute the person. I remember a couple years ago in Hollywood, I guess some people from either Australia or Japan came over and got killed or something. We went after. You remember that? Yeah. When it seems like when we go to like especially in Mexico, it's something about our government that's not going to clash with their government because there's no. You said there's no evidence. You got a dead body. You know what I mean? You got video.
But especially if you black too.
Well, I mean, and here's the point I'm gonna say. That's a good point for this part. Remember when the white girl went down to Aruba, and but he wasn't American. He was a guy from Denmark or something.
Yeah,
and they did everything they could and got him. And then this young lady's sister goes down there, and unfortunately, I guess I don't even know if you want to call them friends, but someone killed her, and they're not going to do anything. Just like they're not going to do nothing about the cartel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw that those two survivors of that cartel kidnapping on CNN.
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, and they were. It just sounded crazy.
He said that they was trying. He said they was trying to get them to have sex with each other.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that?
But then the
Are they brother and sister?
No, they're friends.
Oh,
but that's what she told him.
Yeah.
But then the woman came back to North Carolina and she just got arrested.
Yeah, she got
inciting her daughter to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, the same girl that was in Mexico? Lady
Yeah,
was
the
in
woman in Mexico. Yeah.
That whole thing is still fishy, but I don't want to.
They watch too much Power, too much BMF, thinking you can fuck with the cartel.
No, they didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, they just they
just went down the
fell
wrong
into
street.
a trap.
You know, you trying to buy pills, basically, and they told you no, we're not dealing with you. They got on the phone, goddamn Mayates out here, man. So you get a renegade cartel that's out there and got with you.
Yeah.
So why did you think they said she was going out for a tummy tuck, and then the cartel thought that they were part of the Haitian, the Haitian situation down there?
Right.
You couldn't tell they wasn't from Texas. She got gold teeth.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But
they don't care about that. Them cartels ain't no joke.
But probably in the media down there, when they show us, they probably show us in that light of being from the island and being a rebel and a renegade. Coming down there with that. But then the cartels gave them up because, we out here, we selling dope, homie, and we killing. We do this on the daily.
Yeah. She said that one of the persons that was in the cartel was from United States, and he was trying to help them, and he was afraid too that his boss would get him for trying to help them. But what was up with that note though? I didn't see the full interview.
So the note was. So what actually happened? Obviously, the cartel got identified them, so they weren't who they thought they were. Mm-hmm. So once they got them in that hut, and they had the dead bodies, the two dead bodies in it, and those two were in the hut being protected by, watched by the other guy. The cartel literally sent the authorities to where it was at. Mm-hmm. They gave him up. He probably ain't gonna do no time, that dude, because he's gonna be like, I'm just a watchman. They probably can get him. But the note was pretty much the kind. I don't even know how you do something like that. Like, you write a note apologizing for what you did, but I don't know what was the meaning behind the note.
Okay, so the next story is more problems for actor Jonathan Majors.
Wow.
It's sad. You read that?
Yeah, I was reading about that.
He is now,
I told y'all.
What happened?
Go ahead.
His management and his PR company dropped him. Mm-hmm. According to Deadline, his agency, Entertainment 360, and top PR firm, the lead company, have severed ties with the actor. The decision was made due to issues surrounding the actor's personal behavior. Also, famed designer house Valentino and Majors have also mutually agreed that he will not be in attendance at the Met Gala. So no word on whether Marvel has decided to replace him in Ant-Man.
He's done.
Well, he can come here, get a podcast.
So his past.
And it's reverse. It's reversing what you said, Poetess. 360 is the management company.
Okay.
So the agent hasn't dropped him yet, but 360 is that big management company.
Right.
Right. So they dropped him along with his PR person. He's done. And I said it. And y'all thought that he's gonna make it. I knew he wasn't.
And he was doing, I guess, an ad campaign for
the
the
Navy.
Army.
For the Army, yeah, they dropped him.
And they dropped his ads. Now, I read the story, and according to his attorney, he says that the woman, recanted her statements, and she said that, this didn't happen, and that they have video and text messages. But I saw the text messages, and to me, they're more damning than helpful to Jonathan Majors, because she is clearly
saying something happened,
trying to keep him from getting in trouble. But it looks so obvious through those text messages. That's what she's trying to do.
His lawyer is the word. She should never be able to.
Oh, she's.
Anybody.
And they said, "Where's the video?" There's no video.
Yeah, but anybody knows. Anytime you have a criminal case, the first thing they tell you when the cops stop you, don't say nothing.
Don't talk to
Why
them.
would you send out the texts from her? So her texts are telling him, "I know we had they know we had a fight, but they said text right there alone."
Right. So she actually went to the hospital, and she had marks around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
She had evidence that she was abused in some way. So she tries to clean it up by sending a text, and I'll just quote it here. It says, "Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged." Yeah. And and then they said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me, and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry they did that.
Done.
So she
fried him right there.
Well, New York is one of those states that even if you decline to press charges,
you can pick
then
it up.
the state takes over.
Yeah. California does that too.
Yeah,
right?
LA does it too.
Illinois, so they pick
That's
up.
why you got to keep your hands off of people.
I agree.
Period.
But Louis, so let's say that's the main thing. You don't hit no woman or anything. But if say you are trying to go ahead and recant the story to help him out, you definitely don't send out the text messages. You keep that in house, and the lawyer should just be like, the lawyer should be like, look, what we're gonna do is you recant it. As long as they send the text messages, you can say anything happened to you with the marks, but the text messages, he's done.
Okay, but we weren't in the cab, but they were saying that she got upset,
right?
Because someone was texting him,
right?
Yeah,
and then she snatched his phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing he gonna try to do is get my fucking phone back,
right?
So then that's where the altercation comes,
right?
Now you took my phone, and she so you know how that go. What bitch is texting you? Blah 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 blah.
Right. That's why Code 3 says this all the time. Victim one day, you turn into a suspect.
Yeah.
Just don't do that. And now, this is what I'm saying about guys who don't know the game. You don't know the game. Mm-hmm. You got your cell phone. If I was able and had it like that, I got my Commandant cell phone that my girl can look at all the time. Then I got my other phone that is not even there if I'm hanging with you.
Right.
Because hey, who's on calling you? Check it out. I mean, my phone right now, Code 3 can go through my phone if we were going through each other's
She
phones.
went through your phone. That's why.
If
y'all were together.
She went through it. And she's like, all right.
Y'all were still in love.
Like,
but you know what though? But
so you guys think his career's over?
Oh, he's done.
I don't think he can do some indie films.
Look, I
don't know. I don't.
He'll drop a couple of.
When she grabbed his phone, to me, he should have got out the car and ran. Be like, look.
So that's what started the altercation. Yeah. She grabbed his phone.
But you got to take his celebrity and his stardom out. He just goes back to being a regular dude.
Yeah.
First thing when you grab, bitch, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. It's just a common sense reaction.
But my point is that if you're that dude, you're supposed to give thought to what you do. You're supposed to. I mean, you got to play chess in this world now.
Yeah, you do.
You got to play chess.
Yes.
Now emotions are emotions. So you got to realize that, and hopefully you got a woman that's good enough to say, don't yell at me. You don't yell. You don't have to.
But it's that.
But what?
You're in charge. You got. That's my thing. Is
But what did I have to yell? And she grabbed his phone.
right.
You
You
mean
grab
yelling?
my phone, then I'm not gonna be yelling it all. I'm not gonna get emotional, and that's part of the reason.
Not
that's part
now,
of the problem
yeah.
with men is we're becoming too emotional like women.
You getting caught up in your feelings.
Stop being emotional. You're supposed to be a man.
And he had too much to lose.
Yeah.
He had too much to lose.
Yeah, you can't.
That's what I said. I'd have got out the car, keep the phone, I'm gone.
Right.
And I
Right,
got me a
but
new phone the next day.
But it's like
It's the ego.
It's the nigga that come out and be like, and she white and like, bitch, who the fuck you think? Who phone you think you
gotta
taking?
be. You gotta be. You're not.
I know,
Stop
we-
being
we-
emotional, men.
we
Women,
understand.
men. You men out there.
Yeah.
Stop
being thirsty
emotional.
and thirsty.
Yes, I mean,
There's
it's
too
a
many women out
woman.
here.
She's gonna be emotional. She's gonna be territorial. That's who they are.
Remember when the football player got TD? What's his name? TD Lamb, whatever, the guy from Dallas. Remember when he got drafted? Y'all remember that scene?
Oh,
when
yeah.
his sister was on the couch and his phone was there. She grabbed the phone. He did it so smooth, like it's like, yeah. But
I see it every night though. Like I always say, it's like this past weekend, the young woman, just got all up in her man's face. And you trying to separate him and like, yo, you need to go. Don't tell me what to do. This my nigga. And then she all up in his face. It gets to some point.
he should have walked away.
Yeah, he was trying to walk away.
I'm gonna
But
start
then she
coming
threw-
down there because I want to film some of these incidents you always.
Yeah. But then what you gonna do? When you see it and then you gonna walk up, young man, walk away.
No, I'm just gonna show it on the show and blur the faces.
But
out
you
so we can
gotta,
talk
you
about
know
it.
what? Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes my OG gotta jump in there and be like, well, man, this ain't worth
we
it.
do it all the time, but it just escalates. It escalates.
Because
Like
men are too emotional.
But it's like I get that, but at some point though, where it's like, okay, I'm walking away. Now you throwing your fucking shoe at me. Now you hitting me.
Then you take her shoe and throw it somewhere else.
That's the day you shouldn't be with her no more.
Yes.
I get all of that. I'm mature enough and old enough to understand that. But these young cats, they're not having that.
That is too good.
But here's where it gets bigger than Nino Brown. So, like in Danny saying the case, you don't send the texts out, right? So you get an attorney, you put the attorney on retainer, you spend $100,000 to try to make this case go away.
Right.
But then you got the new situation, like, well, we'll give you $200,000 to get the information. So there's really no client-lawyer, confidential agreement when it's money on the table. Mm-hmm. So in that case, yeah, you can have the phone and be on my way, but you don't see what this comes back when you get wrapped up in a situation, especially with a European. They always gonna take.
But
her
if she,
side.
you're right, TDP. But if she really wanted to, here's the problem. The biggest problem anytime a case like this happens is she recanted her story.
Is she white? I didn't know.
Yes, she's white.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem because
that's where you hook.
Because once she recant, you can't. It doesn't
and
help
just
you in court.
Even how she recanted
Right.
it made it look like it made
She's
it look
covering up for
suspicious
him.
because she was saying stuff like, I told them that I passed out and don't worry.
I think she was setting him up. I think she knew. I think she was like, I'm gonna get him this way. But look at Johnny Depp's case real quick. Johnny Depp decided to go to trial and fight it. So even the young lady, I forgot what her name. I forgot what her name was.
Amber.
Shit in the bed.
Yeah, shit. Amber Heard. Right. She never recanted the story, but Johnny was able to go to court and defend it. They both didn't look good, but she did win something in court, and vice versa. They went their separate ways. Once an individual, no matter if the man or woman recants a story, what happens in the street is what the cops do. Okay, which one of y'all telling the truth? That just opens up the whole can of worms right there.
But that's Johnny Depp.
No, I'm talking about. But this
she
case
lied.
here is with Jonathan. Yeah,
But she lied also too, because when the police were called, she admitted on camera, on their body cam, that he beat me, he slapped me.
she would have been better off keeping that.
And there was no physical evidence.
Right.
None.
That's why it would have been better
None.
off her not recanting the story. If she really wanted to get him off, she said it. Then when he go to court, he proves that, no, I didn't do it. Now he comes up looking good. But once she recants it and then puts out these text messages, he's done. And I'm telling you, he is done. They already talk about replacing him.
I'm going home and watch the Mac.
Yeah. Okay, so next story,
Bitch, get your
a 12-year-old.
ass over here. They don't make movies like that no more.
They can't make them like that no more.
Bogart.
Okay,
James
so the
Cagney.
next story is a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old drive 400 miles.
Oh, come on.
To meet someone they met online. A 12-year-old Florida girl stole her father's car and picked up her friend, and the pair drove across state lines, possibly to meet a person they had met online. But the girls turned themselves in after they saw their faces on TV. A missing child alert was issued for the 12-year-old and a 14-year-old girl that was last seen in their hometown. It's not clear who or how old the person was that they were going to visit.
And when was this?
This was, I think, this past week.
So 400
you
miles,
at?
that's
Were
like
you-
going from L.A. to
The
Bay.
Bay
To the
Area.
Oakland, yeah.
Yeah.
So who taught her how to drive?
Exactly.
Man, these kids.
And she was still
These
200
kids.
miles away from the person they were going to see.
So after 200 miles, that's when they turned themselves in.
After 400 miles,
So they were going to go 600 miles?
they were going to go 600 miles to see someone.
So what is your punishment to your daughter? I mean, 12-year-old and 14-year-old.
I mean, is it a punishment or a teachable moment where you sit down and let them know that there's predators out there and this could happen to you?
Okay, but do you allow? Does she have a phone or access to any?
I mean,
internet
I'm not
and all
saying
that?
don't punish her, but it's also a teachable.
How long are you shutting her down?
But
for?
you've already told her that though. She already has that information.
Right.
You've already told her that. You've already told her. Now now they're in that 12 to 14 is the age. I call that the defiant rebellion stage.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Now the 12-year-old, I have a problem with her being a follower. She went with her, so that's a different kind of problem right there.
That's her girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Want to ride by herself?
Yeah.
So okay.
My problem is, how did they get the car for that long and get that far before someone decided to say?
Oh, I don't know.
What kind of car was it?
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of car it was.
Didn't
but
have Face ID.
I mean, I'm sure after a few hours, the father or somebody noticed the car was missing and the girls were missing.
No, a
they
few hours?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
Like,
they sent out an Amber Alert.
But wait, 14 and 12.
That probably was about 5.
my
That was
4
definitely at least 5 hours.
If my 14 and 12-year-old, I don't see him in a half hour and they're in the house, what's going on?
They ain't in school.
So he didn't look for his car.
Well, how do you know if they weren't in school and if it wasn't a car? Dad could have been at work. Mom could have been at work.
Okay. That's why that ring thing is so important to see who's going in the house. But punishment, they shut down for a year.
but whose car was it?
I think it's the father's car.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew my car was stolen when I walked out the house. I was like, my Explorer gone.
You know what? The
If
car's
you know
not here.
your car
The
in
kids
the
ain't here.
driveway and you know you the only one driving it.
So that had to be an upper middle class family because my
More than
car's
one
not
car.
making 400 miles.
Yes.
It's breaking down.
And also the fact that 400 miles, they had to gas up at some.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, nobody saw them at the gas station. It was, hey, who's little girls?
Who
So
knows?
now,
If
that's
father
interesting what
father
you said.
probably fell asleep
Maybe
at
it was a
11
Tesla.
o'clock.
No, maybe
and,
it was a Tesla.
Now that's interesting what you said. So the 12-year-old is shut down for a year?
Yes.
More than
they
a
shut
year.
down for a year, man.
I'm shutting it
They're
down.
shutting down.
And
But do you
internet
stick
privileges.
to it though?
Yes, because it's life or death. Yes, I have to get.
So
you match the punishment.
So, Louis, what does the punishment consist of?
You're not on you're supervised 24. You're not on the internet. That's gone.
Okay.
Your phone is gone.
Okay.
You're going to school. You're coming home. All right. You and that friend are not friends anymore.
You're picking her up. You're bringing her back.
Well,
dropping you off.
obviously, the 12-year-old might have been the influencer.
You're shutting.
Well,
I'm
she
shutting
was
you down.
driving anyway.
So
Wow.
Yeah, and I know it's going to be tough, and it's going to be tough on the parents to do that. But you
After
have
7 months.
7 months. You got
No,
five.
you're going into 7 months and it's like, okay, it's his niece's birthday. It's like,
No.
she's been
She ain't
here.
going.
No.
She's been good.
No.
She's been,
She's having the choice to be good.
Yeah, she got no.
No, because the bottom line is that I need you to remember this the rest of your life.
You know, you do know legally.
get you.
You do know legally, you can get in trouble for that. That parents,
Minor.
because in my
Oh,
they
you
told
mean
the
because of her doing that?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
no
I thought
matter
for the
no
punishment.
matter if they came back safe or not.
Yeah, you
legally they could
responsible.
take those kids.
Yeah.
Right. So punishment, I
Yeah,
got it.
that's
I got
another
it.
thing,
I
yeah.
got to parent you. I have to parent you that hard right now because your next incident is going to kill you.
Yeah.
And I can't look
yeah,
at
yeah.
if I 2 weeks you're grounded for 2 weeks.
No.
Right. No, that's easy. But a year, because after 2 months and 3 months, she's gonna be like, really? She's gonna be constantly asking that, and all I'm gonna do is put up the picture. I'm just gonna have stuff in your wall, in your room.
The Amber Alert.
All, the car.
Reminders.
Yes. All that in your room.
That
And you can do your dissertation on it.
To her credit, she's a great driver. She didn't get pulled over.
No tickets on your car.
That's true.
No accidents.
She didn't run any red lights, so she didn't.
Girl, they got a McDonald's way out here.
TDP. Nobody saw these 12 and 14-year-old kids driving. I mean, that's what's getting me.
Because nobody's paying attention.
400 miles?
Nobody's paying attention.
Now, okay, I'm going to ask a question we really don't want to ask. So, what's their race?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Now, here's interesting.
Louis.
Their race is ignorant kids. That's their race. Kids.
I'm going to find out, though, because that's an interesting question.
I'll go with black for 100.
I almost think black people learn to drive earlier.
I'm going to go white people in this one.
I go, European, because
I'm going to look it up before the show is over.
Kids.
I'm going to look it up before the show is
First of all,
over.
black kids ain't driving 400 miles. They going to go to the hood and drive around the neighborhood. Look what I got.
No, they going.
They get cracked.
But black parents is like, they ain't calling the police. They just going to wait for you to come back home.
Right.
They just wait for you to come back home.
Right.
Oh, yeah, she'll be home soon.
At some point, you coming back home.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't have a thing on their phone where they track the phone, GPS on the phone.
AirTag.
It was white kids.
Yeah.
Black people look for their car. They ain't gonna let their car be gone 4 hours.
You're probably not going to be able to see their picture because they're minors.
Okay, but let's ask the chat room who they think it is.
Well, guess what race? Right?
Yeah, guess the race of that.
But you know it's black because you know the black parents already called their phone. You took my car. You keep going.
So they wasn't. That's why you know they was
Keep
white.
going.
Yeah. You might as well, hey, you want to say you might as well just go ahead and keep the car and don't come back because I'm a.
Okay, so. We all heard about the 84-year-old white man that
was a bad
shot
situation.
the young 16-year-old for ringing his doorbell, showing up at the wrong address when he was going to pick up his twin siblings. Well, that white man, first they arrested him and they released him, and then it started being some public pressure. They were protesting in front of this man's house. Yeah. So finally they have arrested him and charged him on let's see what the charges were. He was
assault with a weapon, something like that.
Something like that.
No, it was.
You know the bad thing about that?
Oh, he was charged with assault in the first degree, a Class A felony, and could face life in prison. He's 84, so
that's a year.
We don't know.
But something is wrong with them though, because there's another similar case with the 65-year-old.
With the white girl?
Yeah, with the white girl, 20 years old. She was lost. Mm-hmm. And she just went to ask for directions or something to get back on her path. And he shot her in the head.
No, what happened was they drove up. In that one, they drove up in a car.
To his house?
Yeah, they drove up to a car. And then when I think they were either coming up or they're about to leave, that's when he shot her. But the crazy thing about that case is it's sad that it happened. But I don't know if you guys done. I've done that before.
What, shot somebody in the head?
No. I've gone to the wrong house because it was, instead of saying it was place, like somewhere in LA, I think it's place and street. That's what happened. That's the same address, but it was
but different street. Like
and when I knocked on the door a number of times, and then I realized I literally ran off the porch because I was like, oh shit, I'm at the wrong crib. Mm-hmm. So I'm not justified.
Were you going to visit someone?
Yeah, I was going to. I don't know why I was there. Obviously it was to visit somebody.
You don't know why you were there? That's why you would have got shot.
No, but, and I'm not justifying anybody, but with the way society is today, with people being scared and getting robbed and stuff, I can see how it can happen.
That's
I'm not saying this,
sword.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it should have happened, but
I mean, I can see if they coming in your house, but if I'm behind my closed door.
But Jeff, you 84 years. I mean, Jeff. I mean, Lou. If you're 84 years old or you're 65 years old and somebody's coming to your house at 10:30, 11:30 at night, knocking on the door, you're going to feel a certain way. I mean, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying you can't.
No, I mean, I've had that happen. Somebody knocked on my door late at night.
Yeah.
Like, can I?
You go there with your piece?
I'll still right there at the door because you can't see in through my door.
That's right. But I'm saying you still would have felt some type of way.
I just answered the door.
You wouldn't have felt no kind of way at somebody.
I had that thing, and
see what I'm saying. But you still had it.
I was just like, "Yo, what's going on? Can I use your phone?" No, my battery's dead. My battery's dead. I can't help it. But you can go down to the gas station.
Wow, I was
you can go
just
down there and you
listening
can call.
to a radio show about this phenomenon of these kids that come knock on people's doors and they have black eye, like they call them the black-eyed kids.
Yeah.
And they come knocking on your door, and then if you let them, that one family let them in,
And they swarmed.
They didn't swarm.
Oh.
They had radioactive illness. They start throwing up. They got real sick. But supposedly, the radio show I was listening to, these are maybe alien beings. But the only way they don't rush into your house. The only way they come in is if you invite them in. It's just
Like
a crazy
vampire,
story.
yeah, invite a
But I saw a
vampire
video.
now.
I saw a video. I've seen a couple of them online where the guys come knock on their door,
And a bunch of kids.
and they go, some type of problem with my car, whatever. But minute the person opens the door to talk to them, they getting, bum rushed by 4 or 5 people, and they get robbed. So
Wow, that's crazy.
No, that's
A little
happening.
different.
yeah,
They used to do that in the Hollywood Hills.
yeah.
Yeah, they do that in Hollywood Hills. Somebody knock on your door and they be like, "Yo, we have. Can I use your cell phone? My battery died. My car is not." Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Well,
stuff.
code 3.
So
we
the
have-
next
she ain't having all
story
that.
is
wow.
my boy
Stand behind her.
All day long.
E40 was ejected from the Sacramento Kings game Saturday night as they played the Warriors. Supposedly, a white fan in the crowd was heckling E40, and then he turned around and responded, and then was
I ain't Drew
later
Down.
escorted out by security. And here's a video of that situation.
Get out of here, 40 Water. Did you make that one record, Pimp of the Year?
So this is kind of, I guess, after the incident, because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
on the
I wonder
video.
what the security said to him.
Yeah, because he jerked away from dude. I see they talking now, and
They said this happened when he slapped his arm out. Is when they watch here. Yep,
So,
and that
yeah,
was the
he
reason.
just-
Yeah,
so he unarmed me.
Take your slurring cane and get out of here.
take your beanie.
So in this next video, as you see, he's being escorted out of the building, and you hear people clapping and
Yeah, that's the Warriors
And
security, and Andre Iguodala scored them out.
But these fans now, they're out of control. Did you see the video with Denzel?
No way.
When he got into it with somebody
Oh yeah, that was y'all saw that one at
That
the
was the
Laker
old
game,
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
about a month or so ago.
yeah.
When he got into it with somebody and
And
Jay-Z
Jay-Z
tried to
came-
come and
yeah.
he snatched him away and Denzel was like, yo, fuck all this movie shit.
Well, you saw what happened to Westbrook, right?
Oh yeah, he went up in the locker room. I mean, he went up in where they was at.
Little VIP area.
And then the
Walk
dude
through.
was like, yo, be a man about it. Take it.
Okay, so E40 has issued a statement that says, on Saturday night, I was subjugated to disrespectful heckling over the course of the Warrior Kings game in Sacramento. During the fourth quarter, I finally turned around and addressed one heckler in an assertive but polite manner. Yet shortly thereafter, Kings security approached me, assumed that I instigated the encounter, and proceeded to kick me out of the arena.
Bye-bye.
Unfortunately, it was yet another reminder that despite my success and accolades as a musician and entrepreneur, racial bias remains prevalent. Security saw a disagreement between a black man and a white woman and immediately assumed that I was at fault. And he later went to say that I was absolutely humiliated by the Kings security team, and I'm calling on the franchise to investigate the appalling conduct that transpired.
I just think the fans.
I don't think
Speak up, Paul Mooney.
I think the fans are just they've crossed the line. It's like Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. You got to read what he said. You know, it's like, I've never been subjected to so much vitriol hate.
Right.
He said, been called everything by the fans.
Yeah.
And he plays in Boston.
Right.
He said, when we losing, He said they turn on you so fast, and they call you out your name. They call your kids out their name. Right. They call your parents out their name. He said, so how much as an athlete are you supposed to take? Right. Like, I wasn't mad at Russell when he went in there. You know, and it's just another example of the baseball player who walked by, and a young white kid said something to him, and my man walked up to him, and dude was like, yo, drilling, and he grabbed him, he says, talk that shit now, motherfucker. Right. And then the kid's father intervened. He was like, oh no, and he said, no, talk that bullshit now, I'm right here. Right. Right. See, so when you get there,
when you double back on it, it's a different energy.
And like Russell said in the thing, he said, yo, you know, we can meet outside. Right. Said, talk that shit, motherfucker. And then dude stood up because you know security coming. Right. He's like, oh, well, just be a man about it.
But you do know, I mean, that they throw fans out too. You know, you've seen fans get thrown out.
Only when a player asks.
Well, that's when it's usually to that point. But I'm saying they're not going to know. Security's not going to know unless somebody comes up and says, yo, this person here and there. So in terms of E40, that was fan on fan.
And
that happens.
And how much was his ticket? I mean, he pays a lot of money to go to those wars.
But that happens a lot.
Sit where he sits.
That happens. Fan on fan stuff happens 40. All the time. Play on players thing is different.
You go to games, right?
I do, but I'm using the box.
I went to a Dodger game last year, and I just, as much as I love baseball, I can't.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't do no baseball.
I can't.
Yeah. You can't
because just sitting there, it's just like you just hearing all this shit, and then you looking, and it's like, motherfucker, you can't even walk to first base.
Right.
And it's just all this shit talking and all that, and I'm just like,
gotta be. I mean, the thing with E40 is, my thing when we at that level, I'm gonna have somebody with me.
Yeah.
And it's their job to get kicked out and go to
where
jail.
His security is.
That's their job.
Yeah,
I mean, you just can't, like you say, you can't be that regular person anymore. Like he stated, I'm successful. I do this, I do that. Yeah, and they're gonna come at you.
But how much can you?
Well, you got as much as you
like Denzel. Much as the love and respect I have for, he got to the point where it's just like, hey man, I'm tired of talking shit to me, homie.
And you do.
But there had to be a high end person talking to Denzel. Denzel's on the floor, so it's a little different.
Denzel got to the point where we all know how Denzel carries himself. We've seen him in interviews, how he talks and all that. It had got to the point to where it's like, all right, man, enough, motherfucker. You talking all this shit, you know, fuck this movie shit. I mean, you get to that breaking point.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. It's what you do. It's what they do.
But
yeah,
Jeff,
I know you're only human.
We just talked about that about a half an hour ago with Jonathan Majors.
You got
but it comes to the point. It comes with the territory.
You're gonna be a victim or a suspect.
It comes with the territory. What we do.
You just go ahead and just do you.
It's too much disrespect.
Yes.
Too much disrespect.
It is. It's gonna continue to be disrespect.
You of all people, somebody say something to you, you snap right back.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm with you.
It depends on where we are. If I'm somewhere working, I'm not giving.
And this is before my job. We was at the Colorado All-Star game, and I had to remind him when we went to the Improv. Mm-hmm. We there. I keep my brush on my hair, Right. So I brush my hair, get ready to go in and all that. He like, wow, really? You brought a brush to the game? I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck, yo? So we get in Devo, his boy Devo, like, yo, come on back. We got passes. We walk. This motherfucker walked past Bob Costa. First thing he like, damn, you little. Bob with his family.
Right.
Bob turned around and said, what you say? He like, oh, I said you little. Bob ready to go at him.
He was little. I was shocked at how small he was. I didn't say anything.
Now, if he came back at you, what would you have said?
He was ready because the way Bob came back at him and he said, so what does that mean? Yeah, and he just stood up there. Yeah, you little. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, I didn't say nothing about his mother or his kids. I just said to him, you little.
I've been with you. I've heard.
Hey man, I'm not saying anything that's not the truth.
Yeah, no, I've seen Louis.
Yeah.
I've seen Louis with no filter before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 videos before we get into Jeff's segment, and here's the first one.
What the heck, Ports?
Lurking with the homie in minutes. Late night, gotta handle business.
Whoa.
What is that?
Such actors.
What was that though? How is he moving?
Call it hezzy.
Yeah.
You too. You too. Mine.
He said YouTube. YouTube.
He actually made that shot.
Yo, can he go to Howard?
Okay, so here's
Howard
my.
Wesley?
here's-
No.
that don't
Howard
work.
Johnson.
That don't work.
He ain't good enough to play on y'all
That
team.
ain't gonna get you a state championship.
Okay, so here's my second video.
Unicorn was like,
He's still dancing.
Thought you wanted to dance, huh?
He's like, damn, what was happening?
unicorn was about to like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you gonna feel my horn?
Can I poke you?
Yeah, I ain't horsing around, honey.
How can I get near that?
Excuse me, can I have this dance?
Hey, girl.
Fresh.
And now the other one got body too. You see the other one behind her?
What daycare is that?
Wait,
What
look
daycare
at
is that?
Send me
the one
there.
behind her.
I want to be a unicorn.
What kind of uniform they wear?
Damn.
It's got to be Florida.
That's funny. You notice I didn't even know Southern Girl.
I did.
Yeah, I noticed.
Unicorn like, yo, you should have seen this party I went to. We was horsing around.
Okay, well, Jeff's got a segment.
Jeff does have a segment. Let me find it.
Hilarious.
Wow.
This would never happen on The View. Supermodel.
Jeff's segment.
As it should be.
Okay, Jeff, what we starting out with?
Can I get my workout video?
Oh,
To
Lord.
show all my people.
Okay, every time you send me that video,
Oh, it always goes the other way.
it's turned the other way. But I'll pull it up.
Does it make me look good though?
But what's your next choice while I get that?
Can we get the homeless?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
You went straight to the horse.
It's a hot topic.
This looks nasty.
Here
I'm
we
sure.
go.
Just about to...
Yeah.
On a rainy night.
Yeah, whose alley is this? Whose alley is this?
Who cardboard is this?
Yeah. Yeah, Daddy, you want
He
it.
like he getting from the back.
Yeah.
He look like the back of her neck.
Taking out the trash. Yeah.
I'm right on the sidewalk.
Oh, my God.
And you said it's raining?
Yeah.
At least you got a tarp.
The camera dude ain't got no.
Now somebody just walked in.
You want a half-eaten bagel, honey?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was sitting in front of the back. Yeah, he was.
She like, cover up now, shit.
I usually don't do this.
On the first date, but you had a dry cardboard.
Yeah, the trash
That trash can is nice.
Definitely
Damn.
somebody for
Hey, he fell out too. Look at him.
He's definitely not a gold digger.
She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
He resting.
They done.
Somebody stole my cart.
Lewis,
That's nasty.
I knew it.
That's nasty.
I knew that was your response.
Wow.
Love comes in all
They
forms.
getting it. They ain't got to pay no hotel. They ain't got
Comes
no
in all
car.
cardboards and poetry.
Okay, what's our next video?
Can we get the choked out?
Just so.
Great selection.
Yes.
From banging the choke.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Oh.
invades
That was a good
jiu-jitsu gym and challenges the master. See what happens.
Don't you ever.
Don't you ever.
That's a girl right there.
Yeah, she got him too.
Remember the chat, man.
You don't want to tap. Okay.
You fight worse than a girl.
Oh, that's racist.
That's sexist.
She choked him out.
Oh, Jordan, he's asleep. He's asleep.
Oh.
I think he was faking. I think he wanted to get out of it.
Time to go.
He should have tapped out. Wake up. Wake up. Is that how you wake people up? Slap their liver?
That stings.
That hurt.
Oh, is that hurt? That hurts?
Yeah, that's skin. That
Just the slap, right?
just a slap alone.
Was it to wake him up?
No, he was already up. He was getting slapped. Look at him.
So
You ain't got
hurts.
that many muscles, fam.
Jay Phil.
Beat about the dumbest thing I've ever seen done. So first he slapped you. Then he got his female student to choke you out. Then he slapped you back away, put you in a submission hold, and slapped you in your ribs until you.
That's what I thought.
Won't be walking in no gym.
So that's harder than a punch. Or
That
just-
stings.
Yeah, stings.
man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I meant to send you this video where this guy walked into the gym.
White boy.
Yeah, but no, it's another with the brother.
Oh no, because there's a white dude was going around the gyms trying to challenge anybody to a boxing match.
He came across Mike Tyson's son, but this one I want to send you. He came into my man's gym and he was talking shit to him, and my man was like, "Yo, you don't never come into a boxer's gym." He said, "Put him on, put him up," and he was fucking dude up, and all body shots, all body. Dude was like, he's like, "Oh shit."
That happened to me before
You went
in
to my
Columbus.
gym?
No, the dude came to our gym, and my trainer made me box him.
But the dude just came in talking shit.
Talking shit.
And how did it go?
Yep, and I got him. You better get him. You got it. The trainer's like, Vonzel. I had just finished training. I said, Vonzel Tyson, man, no, you gonna box him. I said, all right, put the gloves on and got with him.
Dannon, have you ever been knocked out?
No.
No?
Not that he can remember.
No, I've had in training. I had to stand. I got dazed before, but I never got knocked out. I took a pretty good shot.
You been choked out?
Nah, I ain't never been choked out.
No, you did just last week.
Thank God. You know what's funny though? I never knew I was choking that
You
bad.
lost the carne asada.
You know, the next day, for the 2 days, my throat was sore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought I was sick, but it was like my throat was actually.
Yeah, sore from you choking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people responded to that, and they were glad that
And you-
that you were okay.
I appreciate
You ready to put hands on my man?
it.
Over in the comments. You talk about keep that same.
Man,
energy,
yo,
you know?
because
What happened?
He like,
okay,
yo, keep that energy.
No,
when I
this
see
is
you, when I run into
okay.
you.
Look, the only thing you don't do is, and if you're from DC, they know this. You don't call nobody a Bama. That is out of fucking line.
And they called you Bama.
He said, "Oh, this Bama here." I said, "Hey, dog, when you see me, you better come with the same energy. You go to DC right now, and call somebody Bama.
What
You
is that-
know
what is
that?
entail?
Maybe you don't.
No.
Or call somebody a
Like
Bama.
a
That's
backward
like
country.
You're backwards
Call
fuck.
Kenny. Go to Kenny Wagon and say, "Yo, Kenny, you a Bama." That mother 2-piece you don't call anybody a Bama. And this dude is like, and I ain't like, yo, man, this Bama here. I said, "And my man, yo, when you see me, this, whatever you want to do, you're gonna do." I usually don't respond like that, and I apologize.
What's his name?
I can't remember what it was.
I think just being social.
All right, well, don't be social, man. We can talk about each other, but you don't call him a Bama.
No, you can call him a Bama.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
don't call nobody no Bama.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
Jeff, your next video.
Just play whatever. Don't ask him.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Let
well
us
here's
count.
the
Yeah.
next one.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, honey?
Exactly. What's up, girl? Come here.
Yeah. What's your number? Oh, I don't need it now.
We get married.
You like my pants? So cute. Ooh, I like her. Ooh, hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at
Stretch,
this.
girl. I can stretch.
Louis shaking his leg up.
Flexible. Come here, girl. Put your hands up. Oh, they
Oh,
real.
you were 36. Okay.
Teeter, what you used to say, let me kick my leg up.
They real. They real.
Mine?
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up,
honey?
baby? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put a little lotion on me.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this all up on you, girl.
Come on, let's get out of here.
You
Get some
ready?
privacy.
Look at him. He
My
a
thing is
little
she
back.
ain't moving. She actually enjoying it.
I don't get that.
Yo, my man. This is me.
She probably getting turned on by that.
No, No, that's just that. What is wrong with her?
You want to go to the mall?
It's probably a tourist thing that people can go.
Absolutely, that's what it is.
Yeah, but why would you put that animal all in your space like that? I mean, he's
So
a
if that was-
monkey.
if that was
grabbing
someone
her
with you, you
titties
would
and
be
shit.
That was an orangutan.
No, somebody
Yeah, that was a
wouldn't let
orangutan.
that happen. Code 3 don't even like ugly dogs.
Wow. Okay.
You're bringing her up a lot.
You must miss her.
Miss you, I miss you.
All right, here's another one submitted by Jeff.
Oh, crazy.
You can't breathe. The fuck? Thought you wanted to please me.
I do.
You want to please me?
Yes.
But you're complaining about breathing.
Oh, wow.
He said, yes, ma'am.
You can't breathe.
That old
The
dead.
fuck? Thought you wanted to please me.
I do.
You want to please me?
Yes.
But you're complaining about breathing.
Yeah, bitch.
Wow.
I couldn't hear what she was saying.
She was like, you said you want to please me.
He said, I can't breathe.
He said that?
Yeah, he said, I can't breathe. And she said, oh, I thought you wanted to please me. But now, you can't breathe?
Yeah, he between that and he like, the odor killing me.
It looked like a dirty room.
It did, didn't it? The video was dirty.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God. You got hygiene's important. I mean, you're supposed to learn that.
Is that one of your requirements, by the way, guys? Like,
Yes.
no, I'm saying, no, but I mean, would you? Maybe I should reverse it and ask it differently. If you're with a chick and you start kissing her or you round her and she doesn't have the odor or she has an odor or something like that, do you tell her?
Yeah. By leaving. If I'm going in for a kiss and then I'm smelling your breath, it's a wrap.
No, if you going into it for a kiss and you smell her coochie.
Yeah, that's
it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's just
I
nasty.
gotta move my car. I'll be right back.
It's too much.
The old card trick.
That reminds me, I got to go to the fish
You
market.
mean to tell me she don't smell her snatch
Hey.
to the point where this man cannot breathe?
That nigga was serious. He was
Yeah,
teary-eyed. He like, yo, I
he
can't
wanted
breathe.
to so bad, but her coochie was that bad.
You can't. I mean, you're a woman. You're supposed to. They got too much stuff.
Like they got this new deodorant out. The woman says you can put it between your ass cheeks. Like, why not wash your ass?
Yeah, that commercial. I'm so sick of that commercial. That's just nasty.
Yeah, Lumi, I think it's called.
Lumi,
baby, like,
tonight.
wash your ass.
Lumi, baby. Like you, baby.
It's just embarrassing.
All right, here's Jeff's other video.
Oh, yeah.
No arms, Arnold.
Somebody said he called the woman a nigger, I
yeah.
think, and I saw in the comments it said he didn't have those hands.
You couldn't catch that fade.
Would you have kicked him though? I mean, he ain't got no arms, man.
That's an easy
That's
win.
an easy win.
Why not take it?
Hey, if you say something like that to my, how do they arrest him? Do they handcuff him? How do?
That's stupid.
I was
Ankle brace.
at the casino with moms over the weekend, and I was playing blackjack, and this white dude, was there with a bunch of black friends.
Oh, wow, that's
and so
racist.
His black friends kept coming up, hitting him up for chips. He was like, "Oh, come on, nigga this, nigga that, nigga this." And the management at the casino told dude to refrain from using the N-word or get out.
Oh, wow.
And dude was like, "I'm spending money up in here and they harassing me."
Niggas harassing.
You see these niggas harassing me?
They were his friends.
They were his friends. They weren't even faded by it. Like, they was just trying to hit him up for, I just gave you $100. Man, leave me alone. Let me gamble, nigga this and nigga
Oh,
that.
they were borrowing money from him.
Yeah, the white boy.
But that's the new thing now.
What did Fortunato
You
say?
see it all on videos.
Mom
like
was at
TikTok
another
videos.
card table.
Oh, you niggas keep it down over there.
When you see this shit on TikTok video, that's the most hilarious shit.
Yeah.
Two white boys fighting.
Did you see that one with
walk up on me, nigga?
Yeah.
Walk
Yeah.
up, and then another video come up. It's two Mexicans. They're
Yeah.
like nigga this and they. But the funniest is the two Asians when they getting ready to fight. Nigga, what you gonna do, nigga? Swing, nigga. And I'm just like, wow. they've really taken this word to this point.
Yeah.
It's like
everybody uses it now.
They diluted it.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Another Jeff video.
Playoffs? What talk about? Playoffs?
When you just talk about practice, we sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
I wish one of your guys had children, if I could kick them in the fucking head and stomp on their testicles so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I have.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass. You won't do shit with this. Oh, we look like the damn Bad News Bears.
You just gonna fuck your girl in the alley like that?
Yes.
Nasty.
They get a shower too.
Yeah.
I think we've had enough of that.
Can we show that again?
No.
Why?
Because it's just disgusting.
What's so
It's
disgusting?
nasty.
They can put more work into getting off the streets.
All right, coming up. Got a major fight. 2 in their prime.
Who you going with?
Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. 22nd. Garcia and Gervonta were on live, and they said, hey, it ain't for no belts, but let's put the purse up.
Yeah.
Winner take all.
Winner take all.
How you feel about that? Now, but my question to Dannon in boxing, weighing in, making weight, and hydrating after the fact. Now, I hear that there are hydration clauses in boxing matches where sometimes it's 5 pounds, sometimes it's up to 10 pounds. Could you speak to that?
Yes. The reason in this fight it's 10 pounds is because, first of all, Ryan Garcia is 5'11", like 5'10", 5'11", so he's tall. He's a tall kid, and he can carry weight. So most of these guys, when they're training for this fight, they're eating. You know, they got the best chefs. They're eating. Their weight is down. They're not eating anything, no carbs. You know, mostly, unless maybe one. I think it's like 1 day a week you eat carbs for that. Okay. But after you do the weigh-in,
which is 24 hours before the actual
the fight.
Okay.
After you do it, then there's no more weight clause. You already made weight if they do the weigh-in the day before. So what happens is now you can balloon up to 10, 15, 20 pounds. I knew a kid that...
In 24 hours?
Yeah. Because the weight is really, when you dehydrate, you just really all sticking, bones. You know
now,
what I mean?
What was the Latin boy? He fought out of Oxnard. He was good for that blowing up after weight.
The one that De La Hoya fought.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
He's out of Oxnard.
He knocked him. He stopped him. It was a big fight.
But he could put like 20, 30 pounds on.
Yeah. It's so easy to balloon back up. So
how is that? I don't understand.
He's going to tell us.
Because when you eat, like when you're dehydrated, when you hydrate back up, the first thing you're doing is what? You're drinking water.
Yeah.
That's weight right there. So you're drinking water. Usually you get a good steak meal. You can go up 5 or 10 pounds. Mayweather's the only one. Not Mayweather's not the only one, but some fighters fluctuate between certain weights. Like I always stayed about 52. Okay. I fought 156, but I always came in at 152. Okay. So in this fight here, because Ryan's so bigger and Gervonta is so short, he said if he goes up 20 pounds, he's fighting. Now he's not fighting a 135 pounder anymore. He's fighting a 56 pounder, and it's harder for him. And even though I think Davis is going to beat him, it's still going to be a good fight. I think it'll be a good fight. I think it's going to be under 8 rounds though.
Who you going with?
I'm going with Gervonta Davis, but I have to say this. I saw an interview with Ryan Garcia.
Wait a minute, but can you speak to the styles?
Oh, well, the style is this. When I see Ryan Garcia, I think De La Hoya. Okay. What was De La Hoya's main power?
Left hook.
Left hook.
Yeah.
But do you know why De La Hoya left hook was more powerful than his right hand? Because actually De La Hoya was left-handed.
Southpaw,
yeah.
But he fights right-handed.
Yeah.
So Ryan Garcia is not the same, but he's got a very powerful left hook. But he doesn't have really a good, strong right hand, even though he does throw it better than I think De La Hoya. The problem I see is the problem I see with the fight is I just see that because of that height difference, Davis is a better inside fighter than him. And Ryan, when he gets loose with his shots, his chin comes up. So once your chin is up, you can easily get hit with a hook. But I think if he boxes him for a round, and I don't know what Joe going to have him doing, Joe Goosen.
Yeah.
But if he boxes him, he can go. But I think once you get into those in close, rounds. And Davis is known for throwing a great uppercut.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good fight. I just think that Ryan's going to get. Davis is going to get him.
Okay. So you make your predictions.
Yeah, under 8 rounds. 8 rounds knockout.
Davis and under round.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go with Davis. It's gonna be unanimous.
So you going to distance?
He's gonna go to distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke?
You don't know boxing.
My dad knows boxing, but I don't know boxing.
What about you, TDP?
We're going to Javante.
I'm going to go with Dannon's.
You know what I say this though? I saw an interview with Ryan Garcia, and it kind of made me like him because I think someone was questioning his spiritual growth, and he was like, because he said that someone made a joke about him believing in God, and just how he explained it, I was like, he's a good kid,
Yeah.
and but I still think Davis is gonna beat him, but
he went through that thing where he came in the game young, made money, and then he squatted it all off, partying and all of that. So he went through, and they had to find himself again. So this is his redemption. I just think Davis is gonna get the best of him. I think it's gonna go the distance.
Here's the reason that Ryan really wants this fight to do well. I mean, obviously he wants to win, but he started getting known more as an internet dude. He was beating dudes, but they were really, he was playing more up to the internet.
Yeah.
So that was the crutch that they were throwing on him. Like, yeah, you just making videos. And then he canceled some fights, if y'all remember that.
Uh-huh.
Now, here's the big thing about this fight. He didn't take a tune-up fight before this fight.
No.
Davis did.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting too. He ain't been in the ring. It's going to be almost 8 months to a year. So that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah. They both in their prime.
It's a big fight though.
Yes.
It's a money fight.
When is the fight?
Saturday.
It's
a big money fight. And
22nd.
The funny thing is, I've been interviewed by ES News, Eli Setback. You ever watch him reporting? Jewish guy. And anytime I get interviewed by him, and I pick people, like when I would pick Mayweather, I would always pick Mayweather, but really pick him because he was going to beat these dudes. And the Latin people be going in.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about some racism. Yeah. I mean, so I'm sure if you go online, you'll see something. But Ryan's a good fighter, but I think Davis is really, and I think he saved his career, I think, by going out here and training with Floyd. When he was about 14 or 15 fights in, everybody kept saying, because he had missed some weight, he lost his title. If you remember, he lost his title. Yeah. Remember, because he didn't make weight one time. Yeah. And he went out after that. He went out and got under Floyd, and I think Floyd just showed him like
he's the real deal now.
He's the real deal. Yeah.
The last 2-3 fights, he's proven himself. He's the real deal now.
Yeah, he's been under Mayweather. That's experience.
Is Mayweather the pound for pound the best fighter?
I hate to tell people because a lot of people don't want to believe it, but to me, Floyd is top 2.
Who's one?
I would say like Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah.
You didn't like Ali?
Ali was good, but Ali, here's the deal. Ali was the greatest out the ring, and also the greatest in. The problem that most people we have to give Ali credit on is he lost 3 years.
Yeah.
He lost, he didn't get to fight for 3 years.
In the Army, yeah.
Right. But when he came back, his style cost him. Floyd doesn't take punishment.
Right.
I mean, Floyd is 50-0, all his faculties, moves.
Right.
Ali did it to win because back then the heavyweights were way dangerous more than what they are now. So you're right, the rope-a-dope he had to do, but it cost him. Yeah. So I would say that, but Robinson was like 100 and something, unbelievable record.
He was like 71-0. He lost
before he even lost his first fight.
And then came back and won another 100.
Did you like what you call it? Did you like Marvelous?
To me, was one of the best.
Yeah.
To me, was actually one of the best. He got robbed against Ray.
Underrated.
Yeah, underrated.
You know who was underrated middleweight? Alexis
Arguello?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't middleweight though.
He
was a lightweight.
Yeah.
The one that fought.
Yeah.
He was good.
No, he was
but
he got
washed. Right. Aaron Pryor washed him.
Twice.
Yeah.
But if you go middleweights, Marvin Hagler was one of the but to me, one of the top 5 is Roberto Duran.
Oh yeah.
Because he fought all of them.
Was it shocking? Who's this guy that got knocked out? He was like undefeated, and all of a sudden he got taken out twice. Is it Roy Jones?
No.
Who got knocked out?
Oh no, you're talking about. Oh no, Roy Jones was when he fought Tarver.
Yeah.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Certain dudes that just have your number.
Yeah.
Remember the guy Mario? What's that? Mario? Whatever. The crazy one that used to smoke cigarettes and all that. He beat the boy that got killed out of Atlanta. That was really good. He beat him twice. This dude just couldn't beat him. But then Shane Mosley came back and stopped him twice.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy.
Mayorga.
And he who was the brother that got killed in Atlanta? They robbed him and killed him, but he was a hell of a fighter. And he beat him twice.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, because he was managed by Al Heyman.
He was Al Heyman's first heavyweight. I mean, first. You saw the documentary,
and that was the last time Al Heyman was in the ring.
Yes, and he's the one that put Al Heyman's and Sam and them on the map.
Yeah,
he signed with them, and he was their first champion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right. So it's certain guys that you just can't beat because their style. Deontay Wilder will never be able to beat Fury.
Yeah.
He just won't be able to beat. He'll beat everybody else, but he'll never be able to beat Fury because Fury is one too big for him, and he doesn't fight him correctly.
Right.
And my boy trains him, but I told him if I was training Deontay Wilder, I would take duct tape. I would duct tape his right hand because you already know he got power. I already know what you can do with this. You got to beat a man with your jab.
Yeah.
And I would have him boxing 2 months, just in the ring, just beating him with the jab because you 6'7", but he's 6'9". So you gotta.
And Tyson's big.
He's big. So
got skills.
So if I let you, like I tell people, I know I can't beat everybody because size. If somebody grabs me, they can really get me.
Yeah.
But so I gotta get you. I gotta get you while you coming in. So that's what Deontay has to do to him. Keep him off him with the jab, and then when you get a chance to drop that right hand, you drop the right hand on him. So.
But Tyson also he throws his weight on him too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he
throws his weight on him. That tires Deontay out fast because his legs.
So he's done. But this is going to be an interesting fight because I don't know if it's a rematch clause in it. So I'm not sure the deal with it. Yeah,
absolutely. Hut to NBA playoffs. You guys been watching?
Yeah. Step in the name of love.
Can you show my video? Here's a game you guys didn't see. All right, we at the Innocence Center. Oh, we got Air Gel Jordan. Oh, no! Bucket. Look at the top. You see E40 getting escorted out. He had a mirror in his pocket and he practiced looking hard. All right. The game was sold out. We had 20,000 screaming inmates.
That was in jail?
Yes.
You see, the guy was the hoop.
Yeah. He's probably the booty giver because I ain't gonna sit there all day with my arms like this.
Man, that's
well, you give them 2 soups and
so how do they videotape?
They have cameras now.
I'm going right.
Oh,
yeah.
Prison is amazing.
Man.
He's got fun.
Did you coach that team, LD? Did you coach them?
Lewis was starting. You gonna start?
Okay, put your knives up, guys. Go to practice.
Unsportsmanlike and all of that.
That's funny.
Golden State Warriors in trouble. I was telling my boys, I said Sacramento got the boy Lee, and they got Sabonis down there, and them big boys.
Foxx.
They go to work. Foxx
work.
going to work, the young legs, they pushing it to you. If your threes ain't on, then you gone.
That's true.
Mike Brown was the assistant to Steve Kerr.
So he knows.
Like, yo, don't zone. We going man.
And the caveat is that Golden State got rid of Matt Barnes because he didn't perform in the finals, but now he with a crew that want to see him win.
Not Matt Barnes, Harrison Barnes.
I said Harrison Barnes.
Hilarious.
I said Harrison Barnes. He got a vendetta against them dudes.
Yeah. And
they got Monk over there. He used to be down with the Lakers. We won. John Morant can't. Not against us. We looking good. Hachimura, 29 on that ass.
Man.
White boy did this thing. I ain't finna, you got to prove yourself. It's on the first round.
Are you off the Golden State game? Are you off it?
No, I'm like Sacramento.
I'm saying we didn't talk. Did we talk about Draymond?
Oh, stomping on him?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
Well, I'm going to go Lou first because I remember last week we talked about sportsmanship and all that.
You got a technical too.
Well, that's Draymond's shtick.
And Sabonis got a flagrant one.
Yeah, that's a shtick. I mean,
but people were trying to say, it's an Oscar, he's acting. He stepped on the dude's chest.
He grabbed his leg.
That's true, but they always see a second person.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
where you going to put your leg at? You got to come down.
No, he knew.
A little bit more coming down.
Draymond,
a little bit more coming down.
There's a difference in watching the game and being in the game.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about
team
that.
Getting kicked out. Because there was a couple rebounds they got that they wouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
Especially when they were down 1, and then they missed that shot, and he needed the rebound. He would have been the one boxing them out. So you hurt your team.
I ain't really been watching the East. The West is more exciting.
And
Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers.
And Golden State
Phoenix.
got to win both at home.
Well, they got 3.
They
It's
split
2-3, right? It's 2-3-2.
Oh, I forgot what the setup is.
Yeah.
I think
2-3-2.
So they got 3 games that.
Oh, well, they
only got to steal
I
one.
think they changed that.
No, I think it's
2-2 and then 1-1-1.
Right.
Yeah, I think they
No, I thought they
That's the new
changed it from
formula.
that because they said they didn't want people being able to travel was so bad.
That's why they changed it because
because
when they said that if we play 2 there, then you got 3 at home. If they win 1 there, then they got action at 3 games at home.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Clippers do look
TD
good.
Sports Ticker.
Oh, the Clippers look good.
I got to see a couple of those videos.
All right.
Of prisoners cooking in the jail cells.
I don't want to see that.
That's
You
just
don't want to see the fajitas?
hot chocolate
Off the hot grill.
Hot chocolate cake is
Just
made.
chip this paint off right here.
Well, Lewis had a few videos.
For what?
That we'll look at. Here's our first one.
Soft.
And going, I don't feel like going to jail.
Well, ma'am, hey, your driver's license is suspended and you have warrants out of Fayetteville. I need you to step out of the car, okay?
I ain't got no warrants.
You need to step out of the car.
I'm about to get low.
Oh. Safety first. Yeah, get low now.
Was that necessary?
Yeah.
Was that necessary? Y'all saw that? Was that necessary?
Yes, it was.
Was that necessary, Mr. Sir? Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah.
Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah, we saw it.
Not resisting.
Too bad you
So
couldn't
there's
see
that.
That camera meant so much to her.
Poetess, what's wrong with your species?
It ain't my species. The generation.
Oh,
The generation.
Did she try to drive off?
She should have just
she
drove
said,
off.
I'm about to get low, whatever that means.
She should have just drove off.
She drove off and stopped.
Yeah, she didn't have to put the seatbelt on. If you
It would have
trying to
been
get away.
worse.
She
It
might
would
have
have
shot.
turned
If
out
he'd have
worse.
shot in that car,
She
then
probably would have ended up
They're
dead.
gonna turn around. Did you see that? Like it's their fault. Did y'all see that? Like we gonna rush to her aid.
Now, once again, we go back to that. If you her dad,
I wouldn't be her dad.
But if you were in that
I
car,
would run away. If I was her dad, I'd leave. I'd say no, that's not mine. I'd have to have a DNA test.
Wow.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, that girl's
So
ignorant.
you wouldn't bail her out. That's your daughter.
No, I'm not bailing her out. That's not the first time she's been bailed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said she had warrants
In
and,
Fayetteville.
and
It's like, no, I
failures
don't.
to appear.
So you just letting her sit.
That girl was acting a fool in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. That stuff happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Man, this social media,
Yeah.
man, it just.
I mean, that young lady just did.
If there was no social media, that would not have happened. It's like she did it for the gram.
Yeah. She's not even a good criminal. I mean, be better at it.
Right. This is where we at, man.
I like
And
the
then
video.
she was in a stick shift because she couldn't get the car.
I like the video where the young boy, he like maybe 10, 11. They go down to the railroad tracks and they throwing rocks. Hit a car off the freeway. Guy come around and say, yeah, they hit my car. You know, I have my children in the car. So the mother come. It's like, didn't you just tell me you wasn't going to do that no more? You wasn't going there? Mama, but I wasn't throwing a rock. He said, take him to jail. Take him.
And that's what you should do.
I mean, she warned him. He did it more than
Didn't you
once.
tell me you wasn't going to do it? Take him.
But speaking of that one,
I don't know. I don't think I would want my kid going to jail for throwing rocks.
I'm gonna find a video.
But
and
you hit a
submit
car.
Yeah, the
Get in there.
I'm gonna submit that video for next week though. When the 2 young black kids stole the dad's car, and the father was trying to teach him a lesson, and called the police on them, and told them that the car was stolen.
Yeah.
And the police got behind them, and the kids tried to get away, and unfortunately they got out the car, and the police shot them. So so when you trying to teach your kids a lesson like that.
Yeah, it's tough.
It happens.
All right.
10 years. How old were the kids still in the car?
I think they were like 15, 16.
Might have been them girls.
Like the little youngsters, they riding around throwing eggs at people and got chased and ran the red light and
Yeah.
crashed the damn car.
But you can't feel bad. I mean, you feel bad that something happened, but man, I mean,
Dad feels bad because he shouldn't have he didn't know it was gonna go to that extent. With the kids panicked and they ran from the police.
Then the boys in the car, the security guards walk up on the car, they dumped them out. Well, man, get out the back seat and dump them out on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, so what do you do? I mean, you got to do something.
You saw that one?
Yeah, it's levels to this.
But they ran out of gas, and they was blocking the middle of the street, and they didn't know what to do. So they was panicking. So the police just came up behind them.
So they shot him.
And no, they didn't shoot him. My man physically just swung open the door and snatched him out.
The cop?
Yeah. And and then they snatched the other one out, and he body slammed him.
Okay.
So it was just but the kids didn't do nothing because the car ran out of gas. Mm-hmm. And the police.
But they already did something. They stole the car. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. We
bypass that part.
Yeah. We're gonna keep trying to act like
no. These kids hit it. They didn't do anything. They just ran out of gas, and their car's in the middle of the street.
So they were just in a legit.
Street, yeah.
Okay.
Impeding traffic.
All right.
So the police
that way, it's different.
Did something wrong. So my man just came up and swung up in the door and just literally snatched him out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Here's Lewis's next video.
Stop saying it's everybody's video. Just say videos, and we
want to know who it's from.
No, we don't.
We want to see yours.
Women are the #1 enablers of the global homo regime, right? Women love gays, women love drag queens, women love transgenders, and they cheer on transgenders. And when you go on the comment section of Dylan Mulvaney, you're going to find that 90% or 95% of Dylan's audience and people that are cheering him on are all females. Okay, so we are our own worst enemies. We are the reason why these men are being elevated to these.
It's true.
I disagree.
Why?
Because I think it's a far more bigger agenda than just women supporting their gay friends.
So help us out. Help us understand, because we're all men. And we're trying
women
to
don't
understand.
control media. Women don't control social media. They don't control images. They don't control none of that.
Well, I think she was referring to the part that guy, whoever he is, 90% of his audience is
So
female.
I think that was an example of that, but I don't think women are responsible for this.
Well, I wouldn't say responsible, but I do think that women, and not rightly or wrongly,
they're responsible for the content.
I mean, but they do have a relationship stronger than, and it makes sense.
Do you know who Dylan Mulvaney is?
Yeah, he's a dude.
Yeah,
he's the guy that they were
the Bud
protesting
Light.
because of the
Bud Light.
and he performs with that guy.
But that person is saying overall with the whole. If you heard the whole speech, talk about pretty much the background of homophobia or whatever, transphobia. Think about it. When women have friends that they go shopping with, is a gay friend, and a guy may say something, he's gay, you ain't got to worry about him. But now they push, I think what she's saying is they push the acceptance so much, these same people that do was trying to accept and make them into your fold are now thinking that they're better than you are. And that's what's happening.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm just trying to get a better understanding. I wish they would allow us some grace to get a better understanding of the whole movement. And that's the thing.
It
it's
could
like
be more so women support people being themselves.
Right.
It doesn't
that's
necessarily
okay.
be because they're transgender.
And that's what I'm saying. It's
women
not
cheer people on for all types of things.
Right. And I think that what gets in the way is everyone's so sensitive when men say, "Can you at least help me understand it? And can you at least understand? Okay, my brain doesn't work that way. Help me get a better understanding," until it comes in your home. When it's someone close to you, you fight to get a better understanding. But when we go outside and say, "Hey, wait a minute, I don't understand that," we get we get flack back and say, "You're homophobic." No, I'm not.
No,
I'm just asking.
I would say to your point, Lewis, to want to understand it is a whole other thing. Some people refuse to try to understand it. They just think it's some bullshit or whatever, but at least you're open to trying to understand it.
Because it's in our lives, and it's active, and it's we have to start participating in a sense of saying, "Okay, hey, how are you doing today?" Like even with the pronouns. It's like, don't get mad at me if I use the wrong pronoun when I don't know.
See, and the difference too is when the gay movement was being moved back in the 80s and all that, it was because they wanted the rights of being able to adopt.
No, this is the way you said it was funny. When the gay movement was getting moved, like where was it moved?
But when the agenda was they wanted, to be able to have kids, to be able to adopt children, and also get benefits
and married,
and all that.
Right.
But like to your point, no one's saying what the transgender situation is. But to answer that question, I only agree on the part that, because she said it, the woman said it on there, women are the ones that support it, but now it's backfiring on them, where now they're looking at it where they're being looked at as not as women. Right now, all on the internet, you hear people saying, what is a woman? Like you hear people asking people, what is a woman? And now people are almost feeling like they don't know how to answer the question.
I just feel like trans people should have their own lane, that, certain things that they're designated for men and for women, they should have probably in some instances their own designations, because even though they're trans, biologically they're male and they're stronger, faster. They don't have the same physical makeup.
Right, and some people will come at you and say, why are you hating like that? Why do you feel that way? I am who I am. And that's what I'm saying. If they're fighting you, who are advocating, and so they it's just
they're doing a lot more of the hate towards people trying to find out who they are than people being hated against. Because for instance, there was something on social media that said, if you put 10 men on an island with 100 women, in 100 years you'll have a society of men, women, and children. They said if you put 10 men on an island with 100 transgender women, in 100 years you're just gonna have skeletons. But no one wants to take to the fact that.
To the island?
Huh?
You want to go to the island?
No, I'm not going to the island.
They're trying to make it to where men could have babies now.
Well.
But I want to say to the point where Dannon said is the movement in the 80s, like where you had women in managerial positions, right? Just like you say, oh, that's my friend, I'm going to give her a job, yada, yada, yada. Now they got their numbers up, then they turn on you.
And that's exactly what's happening.
And that's what's going on.
And women don't, and I think the problem is some women, but what they're saying in society is they're not fighting for it. Like there's two, Sue Bird, and whoever the other top, Sue Bird is the basketball player.
Right.
And then the top soccer.
Megan Rapinoe.
Right.
Yeah.
They're fighting for the transgender situation, and women are mad. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. We fought all these years so we could get rights in Title IX, and now it's being reversed. And some women are up there like supporting it. But if you talk, like Lou said, if you talk against it, you're being transphobic or homophobic, so it's not being fair. So what's going to happen, I believe, like everything else is going to be swept under the rugs, and everybody's going to be behind the scene saying what they feel, but no one's going to get to understand.
Well, it's just like this one video, this parent was at a teacher thing, and he just had a valid point. He showed a video of a transgender in a female bathroom, but the guy was in the mirror, he was masturbating. And there were women coming in, and like he said, how would you feel if your daughter went in here?
Right.
He said, we're allowing this in our bathroom with our young kids.
Yeah.
And the guy was clearly standing there, transgender, all of that, right in front of the mirror. And there were women in there washing their hands. And it's like, so this is where we at now. No one wants to say nothing.
So when did you leave out the bathroom?
Hey, the last video I want to play is the Patti LaBelle one. Let's end on that one.
All right.
You got to comb. What do you comb?
My beard.
Oh.
If you don't mind. and thank everybody for watching. Make sure you please
donate to the show. I mean, these guys are worth it. They come here every week from wherever they come from to entertain you guys. So please,
wherever they come from.
Wherever y'all come from.
Transgender.
Get his pronoun right now.
Wherever him come from.
They definitely deserve it, and we'll put up the donation information in just a moment.
And shout out to our people. Hey, Mark, hope you are well over at Ivory. Brent, Bobby.
Yeah, we need some more gear. What's going on?
What's up, Mark?
And Bruce.
Thank you, Mark.
Had a good conversation.
And be sure to check out Dear Mama, the documentary.
What?
With Bruce.
No, I didn't finish the sentence. I had a conversation about Bruce with someone else, and they were talking about Bruce. And I saw Leo Lawrence, so that hurt.
Bay.
Leo Lawrence is a thief.
Can we talk about Freaknik next week?
Sure.
Oh yeah,
next week.
People are waging a lawsuit against Hulu to block the documentary.
Can we talk about that next week?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, because
I'm going to try to get the producer on next week.
The statutes of limitations ran out.
Okay, so here's Lewis's video.
And then when she got sick, not knowing that she was sick, thinking that she wanted my attention, I gave her money and material things, and I never took the time to give her myself. And then when it came close to her death, I saw that it was really, really time for me to wake up and be a real sister and stop giving money because all she wanted was me to come around her. So one day she asked me to make her an egg sandwich, and she was right around the corner this is the hardest story and the dumbest thing that I've ever done, to make her an egg sandwich because she was going through chemo and she couldn't eat that stupid food at the hospital. And so she called and said, could you just make me an egg sandwich and bring it over? And I was thinking that she was bossing me again, but she wasn't. She was hungry and she was in pain. And I said, I just can't come out right now. Well, soon after that, maybe 2 days later, I was on my way to the hospital, and Hattie Mae and Josh May were there with her. And they just called and said, don't leave, Sugar, your sister just passed. So I never got a chance to just be what I should have been to her. And it just, every night on stage, I say this to the audience. I say it whenever I get a chance. Don't take anything for granted, and don't think tomorrow's going to come to you, because it might not. So be as nice as you can to people while they're here. Every day, I still beat myself up because I could have been much more. But that butterfly was saying, it's all right.
Real talk.
Bell.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah. So
You want to make your egg sandwich, Lewis?
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to be kind.
You want over medium or scrambled?
I like mine over hard.
Again, support the show, you guys. There's our payment apps for the guys.
Got him.
So please donate for the show.
All right, we out.
We out.